All right. Good evening. About ready to get started. We're already discussing, looks like, putting people in zoos. Um, Crypto zoos. Yeah, like a tech bro business idea of terrible provenance. I wouldn't be surprised, yeah, if the All My Apes Gone period featured a crypto zoo scam. And in terms of putting the crypto bros in zoos and pointing at them, I mean, we're part of the way there. I think that's just, large chunks of San Francisco at the moment, right? Uh, in any case, good evening. Welcome. It's good to see folks. Glad to have Den back this time. I'll try and get you caught up if catching up is needed. But good evening to Drask as well. And thanks as always to Anything So's, our mostly pretty reliable moderator who only sometimes goes a little bit AWOL. I mean, yes, I suppose Draskari's point, hoping for something a little more carceral than an otherwise nice city. But I don't know. There's a certain poetry to them having done it to themselves, I suppose, by pricing absolutely everybody else out of the city. Den points out a zoo based entirely on crypto is the worst idea. Human zoos with crypto bros as exhibits, runs afoul of the fact that crypto bros are, on a technicality, still human. And yeah, no, I feel that Drask about wanting to be in the city that has become too expensive. Yeah, a prison of their own design. Why don't we have anything cool in white flight areas for sure? Yeah, Drask, I'm also in a situation of the city I would most like to be in the United States, having priced me out, though, through tourism, short-term rentals, and high insurance rates, rather than just through tech bro nonsense. But that actually overlaps a little bit, at least, with our Disco Elysium playthrough, because we are actually in an area as we get started here. Let's make sure that everything pops up correctly. Here's my little guy, bobbing around. And yes, Anything So is I certainly cannot forget the environmental crisis, slowly swallowing. Honestly, pick a city, but some more urgently than others. Again, looking over here at Disco Elysium, which again, to Draskari's neoliberalism jazz hands also kind of applies. This area is one in which, among other things, we have found a former tech building that was like some kind of research and development. The cursor is actually on the little abstract representation here. It was working on computers that would be ever so slightly more recognizable to us in the real world than the radio computers that they use in Vavasol. Although certainly not amazingly similar to our things. We are making our way slowly over to Joyce as well as just kind of exploring. The reason for the title of the stream being cryptozoology related is because one of the big things that happened last time is that we talked to Morel, the cryptozoologist, Lena's husband, and his friend / assistant, Gary, the crypto-fascist, which is kind of a fun little joke that they do. The cryptozoologist and the crypto-fascist walk into the bar. And we agreed to check some traps for them as they're looking for their probably imaginary stick bugs. But we have some other things going on as well. We found from Gary, the crypto fascist, had the chest armor from the Hanged Man, and we have also just kind of been discovering little bits here and there of the history in the ruins. We found the site of some kind of firing squad execution. We found the aforementioned R&D building with some sort of professor explaining the history of the area to his son. And then, of course, we came out on this pier here and found this poor fellow who seems to have gotten drunk, stepped on a messed up board on this pier and fallen and struck this bench and died. So we took that case, such as it is, after discussing it some with Kim here. And then I kind of had to hastily end the stream because of technical issues. I was starting to get some stuttering. I've tried to do some basic maintenance and diagnostic. I don't have a specific reason why that happened, but hopefully it's resolved, and I'll be able to go pretty much just until whenever, reasonable length of time streaming here, and pick up kind of in the middle of our exploration, including this impatient yellow orb that I've been ignoring. And I am hearing what I think is some sort of like maritime sort of foghorn off to one side in my audio here. Let's see what this orb has for us. Stop messing with the coin viewer and hold on to something. The wind is so strong. All right. Well, let's get off this pier before we meet a similar fate to this unfortunate soul, and start to make our way to some of our other not entirely explored areas around here. I'm trying to make a little bit of, I guess not quite a circuit, but something vaguely similar to one. Hey, the trash can that we missed last time. Take all of that. Would be darkly entertaining indeed, Dresk, if there were hidden bad planks on that pier that could incur harm. I think we got kind of warned about rotting planks on the way out that are about as close to that as we got. Don't know if we checked this piece of fabric or clothing or whatever on our way in.
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad.
Well, I mean, we have to take a closer look at that.
It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath the crust of filth.
Please tell me you're not taking that with you.
Look, Kim, I understand your worry. It might be a clue.
A clue? You think our suspect is a seagull who's been defecating on unsuspecting jackets?
No, yes, or it could have been multiple seagulls. I mean, yes, Drask 3 is obviously our choice here. It could have been multiple seagulls. Kim.
You should still take it.
Interfacing. Thank you for that. I will leave it here for the time being, as I can only live with Kim being so disappointed in me at any given time. Let's see what's in this box. Megabino's prescription lenses. Huh. Kim loves us for our eccentricities. Anything says I imagine somewhat nervously. So discover your inner bino. I'm not. My brain wants it to be bino, but if I say binocular, then I feel like this should be bino. And nausea-inducing hell glasses. Whose idiotic idea were square and beige plastic frames anyway? Beige is a color that does not look good on anyone. Not to mention that seeing the world through these exceedingly thick lenses feels almost nauseating. I don't need the encyclopedia right now, but it's good to have it for when we need it. And whatever's over here on this little palette. Okay. Oh, that's that payphone. Okay, yes. I remember how this is put together now. We have already looked at the payphone. This is that professor and his kid, and I believe that we checked over this way, but couldn't get back here and couldn't unlock these. So we'll have to keep an eye out for those opportunities going forward. Let's see. I believe we've come through here already. Yeah. Let's see if we can get any further north. We have an orb. The water runs from the west. The source is upstream. A broken pipe? And yes, Zen, you have a point. Just what happens when you wear astigmatism correcting glasses that are your prescription. Kim likes an eccentric detective that thinks outside the box, not a mean detective. Yeah, I try not to be deliberately mean to Kim at any rate. So then this is Morel and Gary setting their traps. And this might be about as far as we can go at the moment. Yeah, I think we can't get any further north currently. So I think what we need to do is figure out our trap locations. Inspect the traps. Check the trap in Land's End, far northeast of the Feld building. Check the trap Morale just set up in the cryptozoologist camp. Check the trap near the boathouses west of the Feld building. And check the trap near the canal you crossed southeast of the village. Okay, so Land's End, far northeast of the Feld building is an interesting one. I may have missed a route. Try to get to Land's End there, because this is the Feld building here. Yeah, Feld Electrical R&D. So this is roughly northeasterly. Let's see how far we can get. Maybe there's a way through here. That might be it. I didn't go down this way when I was looking. Yeah, okay. Now we're on track again. Have we... Yes, okay, we did look at this church, and I don't know that we tried to see about going in just yet. Let's do that.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
Inspect the carpentry.
The carving on the door is block-like and angular, like the church itself. Two large beams shoot downwards, sinking into the wood before they reach the threshold.
Run your hand over a beam, why not?
The surface is smooth from the wind, but moist to the touch.
That's probably not good for the wood. Let's take a closer look at that padlock.
This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door. The lock is adorned with a yellow sticker. It'll be easier to break the staple than the lock. Also, that sticker is interesting, somehow.
Interesting sticker, you say. Well, let's look at that sticker.
You see a yellow circle with two X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth. You're pretty sure you haven't seen it before, but what the symbol depicts is clear enough. A smiling dead guy. The curve makes it smile, and the X's make it dead.
Thank you for that explication. Have you seen this symbol before? Point to it.
He takes off his glasses and uses a blue handkerchief to thoroughly wipe them clean before inspecting the sticker. Then he looks up, pauses, and replies.
No.
What does it look like to you?
Looks like a dead man smiling. Suggests junior delinquency.
Oh, good. We get to do a little bit of catching up on reality again. Okay, what is junior delinquency?
For Revachol ZOC, the moral intern defined junior delinquents as minors between the ages of 10 and 16 who have committed an act in violation of the law. These acts aren't called crimes as they would be for adults. Crimes committed by minors are called delinquent acts. This was part of your officer's exams.
He puts the handkerchief in his coat pocket. What is suggestive of junior delinquency here?
I haven't seen that sticker before, and I'm not a youth.
Checks out, I suppose. Inspect the staple.
The padlock passes through a staple that's been hastily attached to the wood. Closer inspection reveals that one of the screws is not a screw at all, but a nail. The work has been done recently and is unprofessional, to say the least.
To say the least.
Should you want to get through, it might be easier to just pry the whole thing off.
Turn to the lieutenant. This is where Mr. Prybar comes in handy.
Maybe we should circle the building first and look for another way. The building has seen enough mistreatment.
Not a bad idea, Kim.
There is a touch of guilt in his voice.
Should we start with that kick drum coming from the ice? I heard a sound before.
Yes, the pulsing bass. A sure sign of junior delinquency, somewhere east of here.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so we have the opportunity to try to pry the padlock open, though we will have to equip our pry bar first, and we have a pretty good chance of peeling off the sticker without ripping it, though I may check our equipment to see if we can't bump that up a little bit before we accidentally lock the choice. We had some pretty clutch rolls last time on low chances on white checks, so I don't want to take it for granted that my luck will hold. So yeah, let's pull out our inventory here and see if anything that we're not wearing would boost interfacing. Nope. Okay. Well then, let's see about peeling that sticker off.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangle, there's nothing like the sound of a sticker unpeeling. Now it's stuck to your thumb.
We can put the sticker in our ledger after the last entry where it belongs, or put the sticker on your ledger right on the cover, or shake it off your thumb and throw it in the wind. I like decorating our ledger. I feel like putting it on paperwork that somebody else might see is not as powerful as putting it on the ledger. It's the sort of thing that I would have put on my saxophone case when I was in middle and high school. So yeah, put the sticker on your ledger, right on the cover.
Voila. Looks very modern.
Style your paperwork. Secret task complete. Gain 10 experience. That's great. Okay. And then, yeah, we have some things that we can investigate if we are able to sort of round the building. Can I get over here? Hey. Alright, well, there's a fair bit of stuff over here. Periodic quick save just for the heck of it. Orb. Must have taken a lot of patience to do this. Are they like rocks stacked on top of this fence post? Oh, something stacked on top of this. I mean, I guess it's actually a piling, not a fence post. Let's see. Painted with pastels, someone is trying to bring cheer into the world, and good on them, frankly. Frequency can't be that low. We'll talk to you in just a moment. Trash from some unending party. A pole screwed into the ice keeps the tent erect. More tribalistic markings. This post is covered in little humanoids. Aw. Cute. Ooh. Lower.
A pane of eternite has been planted into the snow. 2 poles are holding it up. Barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. A stronger gust of wind might be enough.
Okay. What is this?
It looks like a makeshift bridge. Could be convenient.
The lieutenant adjusts his collar against a cool breeze. Yeah, let's push it over.
The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
We should ask that girl on the ice what's going on here.
The lieutenant gestures toward the young woman next to the tent. Yes, I agree. Let's do exactly that. Ooh. This is someone's home away from home, just like yours. Nice. I may not have caught which Sherlock Holmes story that Dan might have been referring to there, but I imagine familiarity with Sherlock Holmes. The Dancing Man, understood. Yeah, Sherlock Holmes, detective story, this game, all fits together. So, hello.
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing you approach, she looks up.
Oh, hello there.
She's so excited to see us.
It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing. Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold. You bet this one likes to party.
Thank you, electrochemistry. Oh boy. Dear child, it's freezing. Where's your hat? So you want to party? Or I have some questions for you. These are all insane ways to start a conversation with somebody. But I suppose that condescension is probably better than the presumption of drug use. So, dear child, it's freezing. Where's your hat?
Huh?
She looks up at you distracted. I said you should have a hat on.
So should you.
So I guess, come to think of it, I should. Where would I get one around here? Or I don't have to do anything. I am the law. You have to do what the law says. Come to think of it, I should. Where would I get one around here?
I don't know, some kind of a store? Maybe a general store? Look, man, fuck the hat.
She pauses to think.
What did she just say? That's not how a civilian is supposed to address an officer of the law.
We have an 8% chance to regain authority in her eyes. Or is that kind of language really necessary? And I mean, like, we would almost certainly not succeed, but since I don't think we're going to be able to come back to it, I kind of want to see what happens when we fail. This doesn't feel like a crucial conversation, but I am a little nervous after the last time we failed an authority roll. It was so unpleasant. YOLO, I guess. Regain authority in her eyes and hope it doesn't go as wrong as it could.
Lots of feeling. Feel it up. Way up.
Oh no. Well, we regained some morale, I suppose. Oh my god, fuck the hat? Is that what you just said to me? I can't believe you told me to fuck the hat.
You're saying it really loud, but it's not coming out right. Maybe add more indignation.
So I should just get a hat and fuck it, right? Point at your head where the hat should be. Engage in sexual intercourse with the hat right here in front of you because you told me to on the sea ice?
More.
Right here on the sea ice?
More.
Oh, good lord. Give you a little ice cop hat fuck show or puff your cheeks as if you can't even breathe from the sheer indignity of the affront. I feel like we've probably shouted enough. Puff your cheeks as if you can't even breathe from the sheer indignity of the affront.
I I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
The girl is visibly shaken, as I can imagine I would be in this situation.
The lieutenant is watching the scene unfold before his eyes, unsure how to react.
Start jumping up and down on the sea ice, gesturing toward it with both hands as if to say this is where it was supposed to take place. This seems really safe, Harry.
The girl looks down, slowly curling into a ball.
Man, I have done a great job with this conversation.
3 figures on the spring ice. One, a shortish man, is standing with his shoulders slightly hunched. Another, a young woman, tries her best to ignore the third. A middle-aged man with bloated cheeks, jumping up and down on the sea ice.
You know, Den, I think we might be losing Kim. I think you're right.
Across the bay, 2 figures watch the scene unfold through coin-operated binoculars. My God, one says in a concerned voice. Let me see, says the other.
Of all the times for our cop telepathy to kick in.
That's it. You've earned it. Start crying. Life's hard.
I guess we were overdue for a full breakdown, given everything. We could just start crying, or we could. I'm gonna perform this as I hear it in my head. Anyway, I can't believe you used obscenities like that in front of a police officer. And you should. Yeah, you know, I mean, let's trail off into it.
The words are stuck in your throat. All that comes out is tears pouring down your face. The young woman has kept her eyes trained on her wires, waiting for the lecture to end. But now she hears sobbing.
Good Lord.
Looking up, she sees a grown man on the wrong side of 40, his face bloated from alcohol and God knows what else. Not so quietly, crying.
And it's like actively snowing, so this is going to end up real good for us.
This isn't really about the hat, is it?
We can say, no, or it is, it so is, or wipe away the tears. And you should wear a hat. That's it. That's what I wanted to say. Yeah, there goes our healed morale. She's very perceptive, anything so. There's something very, very funny to me about trying to be like, I just wanted to say you should wear a hat. Yeah. An impromptu therapy session because we were trying to care about her staying warm. I mean, almost any conversation in this game so far is one failed roll away from becoming an impromptu therapy session, I think. Let's just go with no.
You know, you're not the only one with issues. I self-medicate. Shit. Life's a horror, you know?
There's a motherly hint to her voice.
Crying helps, though. Get it out your system. And then maybe we can talk. Okay? I'll be here.
She is being way more tolerant of us than I think she probably should be. All right, and we had some thoughts, and now Kim wants to talk to us, and Trask suggests get the motherly druggie in contact with Kuno. I don't know that I dislike her enough to do that, but you know I can think of worse ideas.
Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center. You're at home, stupid cop. Not with the art crowd. You hate them. Everyone hates them. Even they hate themselves. It's nauseating. an industry built on sprezzatura and sparkling wine. And, let's be honest, tax evasion schemes. The Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center is the heart of this unholy symbiosis of aesthetics and tax optimization. And now that you've internalized it, you can have a piece too.
And decent point, Den. Who cares about Kuno? Adopt her herself. This is extremely cynical, but also relatively apt thought text. What did it give us? 10 XP and 2 real for encyclopedia, but we have -2 to suggestion because we're a pretentious wanker. Well, let's see how often it comes up. I suppose we can always memory hole it if we really need to.
Some kind of superstar.
Our other thought. God, this art.
They say the world isn't ready for a rock and roll cop. No one wants their state monopoly on violence to be mixed with celebrity worship. They claim to know it would be dangerous for detectives to rise to the ranks of demigods and have sexual encounters with barely legal cover girls. It would be insane, they say. To all this, you say, fuck off and die, in a cool voice. You people have no idea how good these cops are gonna get. They're gonna crack 20 cases a day. In the future, cops will be like astrophysicists, or prime ministers, or prophets. And you're the first one.
That does, in fact, sound like a nightmare, but I guess Harry wouldn't see it that way. This one gives us -1 logic, the price of self-delusion, but raises our learning caps on visual calculus, suggestion, electrochemistry, and composure to 6, which honestly is a pretty decent value proposition, though I don't think our logic can handle the penalty very well. All right. So, yeah, we've got our bonuses over here as well as the more intangible ones, and I guess... Okay, yeah, no, these are... Okay, we could internalize the Fairweather T500, which would take us a little bit longer. This is the armor that we got. How would we test it? You raise a good point, Den. Harry should consider not focusing on barely legal paramours. Kim is right there and extremely legal. In fact, given his occupation and penchant for being very knowledgeable and by the book about it, we could describe him as perhaps the most legal. I should be sorry for that, but if I'm honest, I'm not. Yeah, I think we'll see if we can't get one more skill point before we start internalizing the Fairweather T500, just so we have a little liquidity if we need it to unlock a check. And this one is going to take, a relatively long time compared to those others. But yeah, I wonder what we'll get from it when the time comes. And just while we're thinking about it, over to our character sheet. That little crackle that's in the background while you're looking at this is really evocative, but I can imagine it not being the most pleasant thing. So yeah, our intellect stuff can't really handle the penalty as well as our psyche stuff can. But we'll have our liquid skill point for when we need it. Okay, Kim. What you got? Having looked away during the final phase of your little episode, the lieutenant now addresses you.
Do you want to talk about what just happened?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. What's there to talk about? It is probably a good idea.
Normally, I'm opposed to discussing one's feelings, especially on duty. But I think this is an exceptional case.
When Kim decides to get direct, boy is he. Kim, I think I had basically intuited these things, but yes.
So, what do you think happened?
You have moved Kim to attempt therapy. Yeah, Drask, these are desperate times indeed.
'Tis possible thou couldst persuade the lieutenant 'twas all a part of thy unorthodox method. But can thou persuade thyself?
Should be canced. We have an even chance of attempting to persuade ourselves. Our other options are what happened was a crygasm, or I experienced a minor malfunction, I'm okay now. Or we can try to convince yourself that you didn't melt down just now. Drask votes for 2. I am like really tempted to just, follow my previous thing of trying the red check just to see what happens. It's possible that if we do convince ourselves that we didn't have a meltdown just now, that we wouldn't lock us into conversational options, but in all likelihood it would. Failing could be fun too. Let's try to be as honest as possible with Kim. We can indulge in self-delusion some other time. So I experienced a minor malfunction. I'm okay now.
Glad to hear it was minor. Can you go on?
Let's see. Yes, it is my duty after all. Absolutely, superstars always get back up and try again. Or, the end is near anyway, I might as well see this through. Or, I can. And I'm sorry, Kim. I promise this is the last time. Oh. So the answer that allows us to take Kim's feelings into account is also the one that makes us sound like an unsuccessfully recovering addict, which, hey, also at least a little bit honest, though not honest in the sense that it's probably not the last time, and we may not be able to control whether it is or not. He probably likes duty, but we like seeing ourselves as a superstar. Yeah, well put. Then do we make promises to Kim that we can't keep and that he knows we can't keep? Dresk says yes. Let's see. I'm 2 or 4. For the sorry thing is very on brand for us, and again makes the promise to Kim that he knows we can't keep. 2, of course, lets us lean into our superstar karaoke cop self-identity, which is probably not healthy, but might be healthier than downward spiral directly. And I don't know, I find it entertaining. I mean, we've been sorry frequently enough, so I can, and I'm sorry, Kim. I promise this is the last time.
Then let's go.
All right. That's all Kim needed from us. Oh boy. Well, let's see about trying to have an actual conversation with this poor young woman.
So, seriously, what's eating you, man?
The girl on the ice looks up at you.
There is a hint of pity in her eyes.
I bet there is.
Her hair is dyed blonde, with dark roots showing, and she wears thick black eyeliner. Most men wouldn't call her pretty. There is a manliness to her, a coarseness.
So let's see. Her question was, what's eating you? Let's see. And, yeah, can we talk for a minute? Yeah, leave the nice butch lady alone perception. Yeah, this is one of those things where we might control Harry to a degree, but even he does not have a whole lot of awareness of what's going on with him. Let's see. Yeah, can we talk for a minute?
I was wondering when you would come around. What's up?
I guess there's something that's been making my life hell.
What is it?
She listens intently. I think it's the plight of the working class. Everyone's just mooching off the entrepreneurial class, shackling the doers. Eeh. Ayn Rand stuff. I think it's all these foreign people taking our jobs. Or people just keep putting their selfish interests ahead of the greater good. I was not expecting the direction these responses were going to go in. Number 3 in front of Kim, who has the same job as us, is a choice. Yeah, Den, I think probably not the direction to go. I've been leaning pretty hard into commie cop here, and I think 4 is probably the moralist thing, and they seem insufferable. So I'm going to choose exhausting instead. I think it's the plight of the working class.
Oh, really?
Why, I wonder, does she sound so skeptical? The golem of capital runs rampant, smashing creator and slave alike. I fear the process is irreversible. Jesus, dude.
So the thing that's got you crying in front of strangers is social justice?
I don't know that any of our other options would have made more sense in this context than this one. But yeah, the anti-Semitism rather stood out. So I haven't seen much of this world, but from what I've seen, social justice is an adolescent term. Sounds almost liberal. What's got me shaken up is the people's struggle, and it's got me shaken up bad. Or, no, that's probably not it, is it? Or, yeah, pretty sure. Now, I had some questions about something else entirely. I don't know. That's probably not it, is it?
No. It sounds like you just got chick issues.
Now that you mention it, I found these letters I'd thrown in the trash. They might have something to do with it.
Okay. Why'd you think that?
First, they had just the faintest scent of chewing gum on them. I could still smell it under the shit. They were written in a woman's hand, and oh boy, did reading them make me feel not good. Or, to hell with this. Questions, I had them, and you have answers. Let's go with 2. They were written in a woman's hand, and oh boy, did reading them make me feel not feel good.
There you have it then. Chick trouble. Not political after all. Who was she?
I don't remember.
Really? You seem to be pretty upset about this chica. Are you sure you don't remember anything about her?
I remember her scent, and that's all.
Wow, man. That's some pretty strange shit. Are you sure the letters were for you?
And when I look at Kim, I get a weird feeling in the subcockle region. Cockle as in, like, cockles of the heart. Thank you, Anything So's, for pinning that one. You sure letters for you? Yeah, I'm sure. Why would I have reacted so strongly otherwise? Or come to think of it, the whore could have written them to her lover. I think probably we'll go with 1 here. Yeah, I'm sure. Why would I have reacted so strongly otherwise?
How come you don't remember, though? Is it like some selective memory thing?
Wait, what do you mean by selective memory? Or I think it's more about me getting so unbelievably drunk I completely erased all memory of this world. Or you might have a point there, selective memory. Wait, what do you mean by selective memory?
Man, when I get hurt, I just want to forget that shit, you know? That kind of selective memory.
I think it's more about me getting so unbelievably drunk I completely erased all memory of this world.
Yeah, or it might be that. This one time I did so much booze that I forgot too.
Nice save.
It's obvious she's done more than booze.
Thank you, Logic. I got that impression.
Or it might just be some psych bullshit, you know? Königstein wank.
Oh, have we found in universe Freud? Yes. Pause. Ellipsis. Booze. Yeah, exactly. What is this Königstein wank.
You know, the psych thing they've got going on there. Rich people like it. People in Königstein are mostly rich.
Thanks for the bullshit psych thing then, or, I'm not sure this made things any better, or I had some questions for you. Well, let's thank her. Thanks for the bullshit psych thing then.
You're welcome. Might be for the best to keep that shit forgotten though. Just my opinion. If it itches, don't scratch.
She thinks for a second, stretching her jaw.
Yes, but it itches really, really bad.
Yeah, pain threshold. I got that impression. What's your name?
A cell.
And your surname, or a cell who? I'm not a young suitor. This is official police business. I don't want to pull rank. And your surname?
Why?
From the police. It's for the paperwork. Supposed to slap an itch you can't scratch. Good to know, Den. I guess I've probably done that before without really thinking about it.
Okay, it's Berger.
She hesitates.
You have little reason to doubt that's her real name. But she's not all that surprised by this cop show questioning, is she?
Authority, you've gotten me into a lot of trouble lately. I'm not inclined to hear you out. What's that device you have there?
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still.
And the wires?
Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
Well, it's a contact microphone.
A contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Honestly, legitimately, neat little pursuit out here.
Nice. You could maybe bug someone with it. Wiretapping.
I don't know, that's... Fine. How does that thing work?
The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-borne sound, if you like technobabble.
So, Drask, it sounds like she got the sound of us jumping up and down on the ice, but maybe not us bursting into tears, is I think where that comes from. So where'd you get the mic from?
Same place I got the recorder from, the Palaceum.
What's the Palaceum?
Oh man, you haven't been to the Palaceum? It's the coolest place in this whole drug-addled shithole.
She forgets herself for a moment.
It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians live there, like real musicians. I once saw Arno van Eyck.
Okay.
Thinking about it really cheers her up. It's a long way from here, though.
So we can go with, sounds interesting, who is this Arno guy, or sounds like a place for congregating homosexuals, which, like, the way that's phrased makes me think, not especially positive, but also maybe not incorrect on the merits. Oh, right, I guess Drask was temporally situating the jumping. The congregation of homosexuals is here. We do have to help Harry figure that out. Thanks, chat. You guys are on the ball today. All right, 2 it is. Sounds like a place for congregating homosexuals.
Yeah, there might be some. I don't think they look down on the homosexual underground there. The Palaceum's not that kind of place. It's cool.
So because I have a problem with homosexuals, major problem, or don't get me wrong, I'm all for it, this Palaceum just sounded like their kind of place, or oh no, you completely misunderstood me, I might be a homosexual myself. The inconsistent hyphenization of homosexual is absolutely fascinating. And yeah, I think we have to go here with 3. Oh no, you completely misunderstood me. I might be a homosexual myself.
Oh, well, good for you.
Now that about that Arno guy you mentioned.
Oh yeah. I guess even with your modern take on sexuality, you wouldn't be in the Van Eyck demographic.
We have to get defensive about this. I get down.
I don't know what that means.
Oh no, brutal. That should have cost us 2 morale. I grind.
Is that some kind of term for the homosexual underground?
So we can say it means I'm hit beyond my ears, or I'm not sure, but I have concrete evidence that I rock in the form of a wrecked tape player in a totally trashed hostel room. Or neither do I, actually. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Get down? Grind? Disco is still cool. Yeah. This is agonizing. This is women who love women on men who love men violence, according to Den. Yeah. This is another murder scene now, is the thing. I kind of like all three of these. Let's see. I'm not sure, but I have concrete evidence that I rock in the form of a wrecked tape player in a totally trashed hostel room.
That's cool.
She breathes on her fingers. Looks like she doesn't know what to say. You're right. Time has deserted me.
Sucks, man. Was there something else? About the contact mic, perhaps?
She squints her eyes for a second, trying to remember something, then lets go of it. Actually, I had some non-mic questions for you.
Okay.
What are you doing out here in the cold?
Recording, I guess.
Time does refuse to stop flowing even for a second, Den. It's, brutal. What exactly is it you're recording?
I think I'm recording cracks in the ice, but there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound.
She scratches her head. Wait, what happened to the headphones?
My boyfriend sold them.
What for?
I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
A lie. They were probably pawned off for something suspicious.
Thank you for the 4S there. Yeah, Drask, I think you're on the right track. Pretty strongly implied to have been drugs. And what are these recordings for? The cracks, the footsteps?
The musicians in the Elysium used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain.
Just nod.
Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, a music place anyway.
She rubs her shoulders and looks around.
I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
She looks at the recording device, the thing she thought would fill her hours with joy and escape. It's turning out to be an empty fantasy. She feels childish, very useless all of a sudden.
Boy, empathy. Way to reach out of the game and slap me personally in the face. Yeah, anything so's. Honestly, we got to get her a synth. If I have the opportunity, it will become a priority. Especially as it seems like this subculture is like kind of inventing industrial music, but also kind of reflecting elements of like the early punk scene too. Interesting. Yeah, good point, Din. We could also get her a better girlfriend than her current boyfriend. Environmental noise rock. Yeah, anything so's. I was going to say, it's probably been on the air on the podcast at some point that this is the sort of thing that our very own Drew is relatively into, is just kind of gathering cool noises around and, finding uses for them. Hook her up with the DJ and Jedi Survivor. I'll have to look into that one, Din. And yeah, pre Imogen Heap is a decent way to put it. I want to say that, like, back in his, like, house party days, this was the sort of thing that, like, Iggy Pop would like put unblendable things in a blender and put a microphone on it and, you know, make music, so to speak. There's a lot of ways that this could hook into the development of music.
Take this, you're called.
So Lieutenant begins to take off his jacket. Oh, Kim. A, that's sweet. B, not your jacket.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
Oh, no.
It's okay.
The lieutenant backs up. He throws you a glance. No, this is where a hat would come in handy. Or you said it's supposed to be a music place. What is? I hesitate to go back to the hat thing if we're not going to just give her a hat, because we do have one. Yeah, one is a mean callback at the player. So, you said it's supposed to be a music place. What is?
That? The boys think it could be a place, like the Palaceum or something. Stupid. It's really not going to be a Palaceum, that's for sure.
She nods toward the church. The boys?
Yeah. Andre and the guys, they're inside, in the tent.
Okay.
And why is that?
Why are you freezing out here while the boys are inside?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. No room.
Stuff like what?
Music stuff, mostly. Like this tape recorder, but bigger. And there's piles of it.
You mean like those headphones your boyfriend sold, or why not just leave some of it outside so you don't have to freeze? How pointed do we want to be here? Sounds like every musician anything sows knows. Ouch. But also, yeah, more equipment than living space. Yeah. You mean like those headphones your boyfriend sold?
Yep. They were pretty. I'm sorry we sold those.
She squints her eyes a little. Why not just leave some of it outside so you don't have to freeze?
That stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than any of us, really. Doesn't matter. I can take the cold.
Oof. What do you want to bet that her boyfriend is like the bassist? No shade against bassists generally, but there is a subgroup that makes me think this boyfriend probably plays bass. Now, this is where a hat would come in handy.
Yeah, maybe you were right about the hat.
I had some other questions. Ooh, yeah,
Go
no,
ahead.
anything says you're right. Probably DJ even more. Let's see. Tell me more about this music place you've been planning in the church.
It's supposed to become like a club for anodic dance music, like that new style of synthesizer stuff they play at the Palaceum.
He needs to be dumpster filler, Dan. Yeah, you're not wrong. Throw that entire man away.
Except that, yeah,
She looks up at the old wooden church up on the poles as a mean wind comes bellowing and the 6-story structure lets out a doleful shriek. Yeah, not great for the acoustics. What is anodic dance music?
you know, anodic, cathodic, music that's made with electronic instruments.
Secret task complete. Electronic instruments. Like what?
Synthesizers and tape consoles. Microcomputers too. Anything that uses electricity, but isn't guitars. Also found sounds, stuff like that.
You see
Caffold
clear,
churchy and
beautiful,
misspelled.
violent flashes of light. Light cutting through a smoke-filled darkness. That is what the future will look like, if it ever comes.
Inland Empire making me want to go to a concert. So you want to turn the church into a club?
I know. It's not my idea. Andre and the boys found the place. It was supposed to be deserted, but now they can't even take it.
She nods towards the sloping mass of wood on the coast and shivers.
Hey, you two are cops.
No, we're the police. Or, yes, why do you ask? Or, I don't know where you got that idea. I feel like 3 is pointless. 1 is more than I want to put a cell here through at the moment. So, yes, why do you ask?
Okay, well, maybe you could talk to Andre and the guys, because there are some strange things going on in that church. If you're police, you should look into it, right?
I mean, I was going to talk to them anyway, so yeah, I'll talk to them.
They're inside that thing there. Would be cool if you did. Was there something else?
She points to the tent. Did you put the padlock on the church door?
No.
No?
Not really, no.
That's a weird answer.
She's trying to get out of a direct lie with semantic tricks. She personally didn't put the padlock on the door.
Okay, if you personally didn't, then who did?
Yeah, you know. That's what I meant. Noid did. Noid put the padlock on the door.
Wait, is this Noid a friend of yours?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Why did this Noid person put a padlock on the church door?
To keep more weirdos from getting in. Fucking Martinez. I'm sorry. It's got the worst weirdos. If you get around to it, ask Andre about him, he'll tell ya.
She rattles her teeth. Enough about the church, then I had another question.
Go ahead.
Trask likes Noid is now an adjective. Yeah, it's Noid person. You seem surprisingly comfortable with being questioned. Why is that?
Well, it's just questioning, right? You're just questioning me. It's what cops do.
Have you been questioned before?
Once or twice, yeah. I'm sorry I haven't had the Revachol experience they get east of the river.
What's east of the river?
Rich people. Rich people are east of the river.
Look awestruck. Who are these rich people? They sound wonderful. I'd like to be one too. Or sneer. I bet they're really rich. They must be very special people to be so rich. Or lean in and whisper. Let me guess. These rich people are not from around here. What? Or strange. The existence of rich people does not stir any emotions in me. Or, oh, okay. Good to know. Huh. All of these are weird reactions in this case, but I guess it's nothing new. We can sneer. I bet they're really rich. They must be very special people to be so rich. I like how 4 is self-aware but not healthy, and 5 is healthy but not self-aware. Yeah. Pick one.
Oh, they are. And I'm scum.
I'm scum too, or you're not scum. This is an interesting choice. Hey, you're not scum, or oh yeah, I'm scum too. I feel like I'm scum too is more in character at the very least. Yeah, Dan, we are a baby fawn standing on our legs, barely standing on our legs. We could not do all these things at the same time. I'm scum too.
She nods apprehensively.
So, what trouble you've gotten into with the police? It's not really a statement or a question, but sure.
The usual. I had a shitty run as a teenager.
Well, what's the usual?
You know, drinking, getting into fights. The ugly stuff that happens when you move out your parents' place at 13. In Forberg.
So let's see. Wait, what is in Forberg?
Is this a rhetorical question?
No, I literally can't remember even the most basic terms sometimes.
Forberg, not in Forberg, is a massive banlieue south of Jamrock Quarter. It is the largest ghetto in Revachol, possibly the world.
I know what Jamrock is, but let's say I didn't.
We are Jamrock, sort of. Martinez is called North Jamrock sometimes. Jamrock is also a ghetto, only smaller than Forberg.
Thank you, Kim. And why did you have to move out when you were so young?
My dad was a drunk. Plus, I guess I just wanted to drink too, get my party on.
So I get that. I'm a major party animal myself. Major. Or drinking, partying, and disco music are bad for you. You should take me as a warning example. Or I had another question. I think probably one is our answer here, though. We probably, to two's point, would make a decent scared straight assembly at like a junior high. I get that. I'm a major party animal myself. Major.
All right.
She smiles a little without meaning to. Let's see. Tape recorder lies on the ice like a discarded toy. Pick it up. I don't think we have anything that would give us additional empathy, and it's pretty high already. It's just a difficult check, so let's give it a try.
The device is still warm from her touch and heavy as a brick from the batteries inside. The company logo, Omicron, adorns its yellow plastic cover. Inside, the tape is rolling. The girl looks at the device in your hands.
Yeah, the DARE officers ask us to join for a visit indeed, Den. So let's see. We can put it down, or we can say, I'm sorry you have to sit here on the ice feeling miserable at your age or at any age in this weather, waiting for it to get dark. Yeah. Why not?
She looks you in the eye, her pupils wide, surrounded by a ridiculous amount of makeup.
She's already seen us go through one breakdown, so, what's the harm? The people who built this world intended it to be better for you, but they failed. It is easier to live in their failure with this by your side. Tap on the tape recorder. Oh boy, we're going to start doing like acoustic songs in a moment.
The wind howls. She remains silent. It's real. Tell her.
It is not a childish fantasy. It can be a real weapon against what's coming for you now. Good Lord, we're ominous.
What is?
Nothing, if you got this. Don't be scared. Her shoulders shake a little.
Okay, I'll stick to it.
Her teeth rattle. She takes the device from you and places it in her lap.
So, thanks, I guess, for the psych session. I guess that means we're even?
She smiles a little.
She means your little talk before, after your breakdown. It's all right, she means to say. You returned the favor.
Yeah, then the dark could have been expanded to read the feeling you have to give up all your hobbies when you reach an arbitrary age. Which, yeah, I think a lot of folks feel that pressure. For my part, I'm static years old and doing this, so you can at least defeat that feeling. Actually, that's it for now.
Okay, bye.
She turns her attention back to the recording device. All right, well, I guess let's talk to the boys. What's our... Okay, we don't have too much left until another skill point. How many people and things are in this tent? It's not that big.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men are listening to some new form of music. It's like nothing you've ever heard. One of them looks at you.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
It's safe to assume this is their leader, or at least he thinks he is.
Let's squeeze in.
Sorry, you barely have room for one.
He points his thumb at the lieutenant.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
I figured, Kim.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
He gestures for you to squeeze in. Ooh, orbs. Canisters filled with what appears to be water. The label says distilled. You know, Drask, I think Kim might be calling us a delinquent. Indirectly. Oh no. It's kind of a bop. It's a little repetitive, but... Wild, wild, I want to see where's the child I used to be. A speaker. The big kind they use for live music. Alright.
A young man with peroxide blonde hair holds up a Harman Walshy tape player, nodding along to the music. He looks at you with a knowing smile and says, as though you're supposed to be sharing some tremendous evangelical secrets,
Hardcore!
I think I've met this guy. Is it?
It's hardcore!
You're just gonna keep saying it's hardcore, aren't you?
Skibber-dee, skibber-danger. I am the rearranger.
Look, I want to encourage... I want to encourage creative pursuits, but Egghead, you've got a little ways to go before you give up your day job. I believe, Drask, that Disco Elysium does predate Skibbity Toilet, and that is spelled differently than this Skibbity, even though it's pronounced the same. And so, yes, if he mentions a toilet, I shall run.
your cop training did not prepare you for this. What to do?
Really? My cop training didn't prepare me for this. Shocking.
Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think?
We got a new task. Solve the egghead puzzle. Good night. All right, let's try this guy.
Go speak to Andre. I'm just annoyed.
A strangely dressed young man says without looking up from his toolbox. I'm not crazy, right? The Noid was like an advertising thing in like maybe the 1980s. Like that's a thing, right? The Noid exists in our world as like a character. Okay. Drask says that Dominoes. Thank you, Dan. Yeah. Okay. Well, that is unfortunate for this guy. What if I want to speak to you first?
I suck at socialising, man. If you go speak to Andre, I'll have time to tune in, get a reading on your side.
Before he's finished talking, he's already turned back to his tools. All right, I'll do that.
The young man picks up a thin metal saw blade and nods.
New task, sync the signs with Noid. Racketeer disappears, surging through the megasphere. I mean, Egghead may not have a lot, but he clearly has a rhyming dictionary, which, you know, counts for something.
You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush down and extends his hand in greeting.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I don't see a reason not to shake his hand.
His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
This is my posse, Noid.
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
And Egghead. Egg!
The tape player high above his head continues to blast with what is probably anodic music.
Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
Wait, how many music venues have you organized?
We have many in the pipeline, officer.
What a good answer. Get this kid into business school right away. This is a marketing major if I ever met one. Why are you here?
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
I'd have sold for talent.
No, you're right, Drask. The world doesn't need more marketing majors, but you know, this guy is kind of one regardless of whether he goes to business school or not, and keep all people out of business school. I mean, that would be my preference for our world, yes.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
Thank you, Noid.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
You know, Drask have a point. It probably is better for the world for this dude to be a weirdly scuzzy musician-adjacent person. Let's see. There's no need. The place is pretty bad. Next time, watch yourself. Or was there something you wanted your friend to sell? Said there was a problem with the church. Let's see. The contrast between his demeanor and his hair is fascinating. You are correct, Drask, and I guess he might be eavesdropping then. It's a possibility. Let's see. There's no need. The place is pretty bad.
Which brings me to the problem of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast.
We might have been crying that loudly then. We might have. We were certainly shouting for a minute. So if Egghead has a rhyming dictionary, it's clear to me that Andre has a thesaurus. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the church. And I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended. Dopeheads!
Thank you, Egghead.
Burnouts.
He angrily spits on a screw and starts cleaning it.
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that. In Reversholt. Strike that! The world!
The more dialogue they give to Egghead, the more sure I am that this is a character based on a DJ that one of the developers knew in college.
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts hold up in there are the worst kind.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burnouts really are. Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
Let's see. What kind, or I won't stand for narcomaniacs of any kind. No narcomaniacs on my watch. Shake your head gravely. I feel like this one is hypocritical of us, given what we know of our recent history from before our, alcohol implosion. What kind?
The spooky kind.
What exactly do you mean by spooky?
I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge. Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse.
Very astute, Noid.
People just want to spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that.
Thank you, Egghead.
Andre stealing my bit.
So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for.
Anything so's. It's time for Narcomaniacs. They're zany to the max, so sit back and relax. We're Narcomaniacs. I will let the viewer and or archive viewer supply the Animaniacs theme song tune rather than subjecting you all to my singing. Very, very good. Anything so's. Let's see. We can look into it. Tell me more. I'll make up my mind later. I have questions for you now first, or the police have more important things to do right now, kid. I mean, I will look into it. Tell me more.
All right, man.
Help ravers start a nightclub. See, this is some superstar cop shit. He claps his hands enthusiastically.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchanged giddy looks.
Let's see. Estelle told me Noid put the padlock on the door. Why? Who exactly are these people inside the church? I know Noid has his signs, but what's the deal with Egghead there? You mentioned some kind Ecclesiastes own the church. I imagine there's supposed to be some kind of Ecclesiastes own the church. Who are these Ecclesiastes? Or I wanted to talk to you about this tent full of equipment. Let's kind of run it down, I think. Estelle told me Noid put a padlock on the door. Why?
Oh, so you met her. Good.
He's not as glad as he would like you to think. There's concern in his voice.
I did ask Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. It's a temporary fix, just something to contain the situation.
I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
Good lord. How long have those people been locked in there?
Not long. Like a week, maybe?
Jesus Christ. How can you be sure they haven't starved to death?
I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%, maybe 85% sure they're still alive.
85% is not good enough when you're dealing with another person's physical well-being.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. I guess it wasn't very hardcore of us to just lock them in like that.
Yeah. I didn't realize there were people locked in there with your padlock. I need the key.
Of course. Noid, give the officer the key.
All right.
Speed Freak dips into his belt pack and produces a yellow key. He then makes a sudden, cool-infused move, tossing it in your general direction. So we have an even chance of be the cool cop, catch the key as it flies towards you, or let it fall to the ground and pick it up like a normal adult person. I mean, I have to try, right? 85% sure you didn't fully commit some form of homicide or manslaughter. That's a good point, Dan. And, we are seeing a little bit of, troubling behavior from Andre, where Estelle is concerned. Not very hardcore, as anything says. Remarked. Let's see. All right, fingers crossed on our reaction speed of 2 here. I think we have some gear that might have helped, but we are unable to equip it while the key is in flight. So, fingers crossed.
You sense the trajectory of the little piece of metal and plastic. The object makes a small ringing sound as it approaches. Just the tiniest chime to your left.
Catch it.
Ka-ching! The key hits your palm. The Speed Freaks nod to you approvingly.
We can bask in the glory, or we can play it cool, which I think is probably the right thing to do here. Thanks, man.
The Speed Freak nods to you. A respectful nod. You proved something here.
Authority, I think you'd think that regardless. Right, other questions.
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's do it.
Who exactly are these people inside the church?
Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen are glimpses.
You haven't even seen them, and you want the police involved?
Well, there's also the machinery.
He leans in for emphasis.
This machinery is of the deeply mystical variety.
When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned, empty. Took some time getting the crew together. So about 2 weeks ago, we came here hoping to set the stuff up. Suddenly, there are all these strange machines lying around in there.
One of them has wires running into bowls of water. Wires into water. Never seen anything like it.
Andre, tell him about the feeling.
Oh, and it felt like there was something in there with us, watching us from the dark.
No, the other one.
Which other one? I'm not as in tune with my emotions as you are, Egg.
The plural on emotions there might be a little bit presumptuous, Andre.
Felt like silence. Awful silence.
But you haven't physically seen anyone.
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church. A couple of times. And we felt someone or something eyeing us inside. But that's kinda it.
You know, Drask, I think it might just be another situation like the Haunting Dice Maker. Tim, this one makes minis. Yeah, possibly. Kind of shaping up to be, just somebody's project, perhaps. Let's see. What was that about something watching you?
Like you aren't alone, you know?
It wasn't quite human, if you know what I mean.
Not human, as in a ghost? Do you know what he means?
I feel rhetoric as though I do not.
It was this dark shape climbing upside down along the ceiling, like some kind of crab man.
Why do I have a feeling it's like a seagull or something? A crab man?
Yeah, you know, the way it was climbing up and around the ceiling, like a crab.
It was stalking a cell, exhibiting ambush behaviour.
Ambush behavior. Nod. Crab man. I mean, I am an amateur cryptozoologist, so, you've come to the right place.
Crab man!
Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't personally see it. Estelle was alone that time, but I believe her. If she comes out running and says there's a crab in there, there's a crab in there.
Could it just be a crab? We are by the ocean. Yeah, Trask. The druggies were with us all along. Real Sixth Sense style twist there.
You should ask her about it, but be nice. Don't tell her you don't believe in the crab.
Thank you, Noid. Can you tell me more about this machinery?
You should talk to Noid about that. I just got a distinct burnout and dopehead sign from them. Probably jacked up to some snuff station too. Probably, very likely.
It's a lot of probablys, Andre. Let's see. We're not quite to the point of the druggies were the friends question mark we made along the way. I mean, we might get there, Drask. We might get there. So how can you be sure they're burnouts and dopeheads if you haven't even seen them?
Well, honestly, I can't. But I am.
That sounds very like you, Andre. Goodness. I am at least a little bit reassured that there is very probably not a person, much less many people in there for a week, is, I think, seeming likelier.
This is a below feeble attempt at avoidance. Basically, he is attempting to weaponize idiocy.
Yeah. Let's see. Wow, you can't. But you should. Sorry, you can't, but you do. I should add weaponized idiocy to my own repertoire. Yeah, let's speak to him in his own language for a moment.
Hey now, I'm 70% sure they're substance abusers.
Percentages keep dropping. He furrows his brow.
Don't let all that technology fool you. Where do you think the drugs come from?
He makes little quotation marks with his fingers when he says technology. All right, let's talk about something else.
Sure. What?
Let's see. I know Noid has his signs, but what's the deal with Egghead there?
He's a quiet man, mostly communicates through music, and by being a master of ceremonies.
Oh, what's a master of ceremonies?
You know, a host, a declaimer of slogans. He's a performer, gets the people going.
Interesting, sire. A bit like you, then. An MC for short.
Oh no, MC Dubois in the house. How do you communicate with him?
Well, he's just kind of here. I don't really know how to communicate with him.
He shrugs. Have you ever really talked to him?
Yeah, sometimes. When I stumble and find my way into his center, you have to hear a lot of hardcore to the mega first though.
The man smiles mysteriously, choosing to let the beat speak for itself.
Oh, I guess we shifted subjects there for a moment.
I get it. He's a puzzle.
Oh, good way to look at an interface. Oh, okay. We were talking about Egghead instead of Noid. My bad. I just misread my thing. So yeah, okay. Now everything he said makes sense. You mentioned some kind of Ecclesiastes own the church. Who are these Ecclesiastes?
Oh yeah, that's a meteor and name for the founding party. Thought it'd be cool to use it.
If you don't know what the founding party is, there might be a way to mask it with minor demagoguery.
Let's see. Before we go on, what do you mean by Meteorin? Or, the founding party. I do know them, but can you refresh my memory? Or mask it? Now, humor me, Andre. What is the founding party? Or don't mask it. I don't even know what the founding party is. Let's see. Before we go on, what do you mean by Meteorin? Might be a decent place to start.
You know, of Meteo. Concerning Meteo.
Meteo?
Meteo, a country on Muindi. On the Muindi Isla.
He looks at you, squinting to see if you're kidding. Yeah. Let's see about the founding party here. Mask it. Now, humor me, Andre. What is the founding party?
Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know. I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organisation.
And
they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericanassian church. Plus, they anoint the innocents. They, made the innocentic system, no?
Now, Andre, in your opinion, would this ancient religious organization who anoints the innocents want a club for anotic music in one of their churches? Or they sound exactly like the kind of, I assume, people who would want loud anotic music in their church. Yeah, now, Andre, in your opinion, would this ancient religious organization who anoints the innocents want a club for anotic music in one of their churches?
Totally.
There isn't a trace of doubt in his voice.
The Pericanassian church is about love. Nordic music is about love. I got love for my Pericanassian posse. Love is the relay out of death. We dance.
He violently shakes the tape player as if to see
Love
if he
is
can break it.
hardcore.
Yeah, often wrong, but never in doubt. And yes, the DJ who may have sold the headphones. I missed that one, Drask, earlier. Yeah, we are putting the pieces a little bit together. Love is hardcore.
Unity.
Thank you, Noid.
Unity.
Make some noise for my Insulindian posse.
He turns the volume up, then looks at you with a knowing nod, as if it's obvious you will now break into dance.
You feel it. The anodes and the cathodes coursing through you. Your big toe starts tapping along to the base, as if testing the waters.
Oh boy, we may be about to dance. I think this is maybe dangerous to us. Let's see what happens, I suppose. Yeah, apologies if there is dog noise that comes through the mic. There's a dog in the house, and dogs sometimes make noise. So let's see. No words, enjoy the beat, nod your head. I don't quite understand what you're talking about. What's a posse? I guess love can be pretty hardcore, or I now understand how lame of me it was to suggest otherwise. Anotic music is about love, and so is the Pericanassian church. Or, no, this is too much. No sane organization would want this level of absurdity in their church. No words, enjoy the beat, nod your head.
Feels good.
Thank you, physical instrument. Let's see. I don't quite understand what you're talking about. What's a posse?
Your posse's like your people, man. Like you got your cup posse. You look out for each other and you party together. That's a posse.
Two men and a woman stand on the beach, under a row of houses long abandoned to war damage. The words, "Felled electrical," have peeled off the turn-of-the-century waterfront development. One of the men carries a small boy on his shoulders. The boy looks up at the faded logo. The woman says to him, "Good to see you here, special consultant. We're worried about the Lieutenant Yefreto." "Why are you worried about the Lieutenant Yefreto?" asks the boy. Then a wave comes crashing in.
Our weird little cop telepathy gets weirder and weirder. Yeah, Harry hasn't met the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, Din observes, but yeah, Drask, this is a fixable flaw, in theory at least. It sounds like you're just saying random things. Love, posse, make noise. I guess love can be pretty hardcore.
Oh yeah, it can.
Yeah, no, Drask, it does seem like a flashback to someone else's point of view. That seems to be like a lot of what's happening, sort of like either, us seeing a different concurrent point of view or us seeing like a flashback from someone else's point of view when we're using esprit de corps. It's, the sort of thing that you could probably get canonized over if you were convincing about it, but it is remains inexplicable to me. What? Oh man, I just invented a really cursed concept of canonical cop saints.
He's coming around. You're getting it.
He nods at his friend, then turns to you with a mischievous grin. Let's see. It sounds like you're just saying random things. Love, posse, make noise.
Are we?
He looks at you mysteriously.
You hear a wave crashing outside, not far. It's a big one. The rumble dissipates into the baseline.
Yeah!
The one with the really large head enjoys it when his friend gets mysterious. Okay. Let's see. We can be what I choose to believe is slightly sarcastic here, or no sane organization would want this level of absurdity in their church. So, growing up, I was in a small town church's praise and worship band, and I don't know if there is a level of absurdity that would go beyond what we could very loosely term sane organizations here. Also, I only just noticed it, but I think that they have animated Harry in this scene to be bopping his head with the music. They've just like sped up his idle animation, I think, to be on the beat, which is charming. Yeah, okay, let's play along. I now understand how it was lame of me to suggest otherwise. Enotic music is about love, and so is the Paracarnassian Church.
Yeah! Yakokata! The place to be!
He seems ecstatic that you share his vision of Pericarnassianism.
I am glad that Kim chose to wait outside, though I
Do
think
it for the masses. Do it for the crew.
I think perhaps he can hear some of what's going on here. His friend forms a fist with a screwdriver still in his hand, approvingly so.
I didn't want to say it, but it was pretty lame of you to imply otherwise. Anyway, you got more questions?
The one with the large head is still looking at you, nodding his head, waiting for your body to start moving. You feel like you can go for a little disco when, or if, they get this club going. You've got it in you.
Yeah, we do. I wanted to ask you about this tent full of equipment.
Yes. What?
I see you brought your own water.
Yeah. Good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scouted the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even has running water.
And it's distilled, too.
Oh,
He doesn't know what to say.
it's the one they sell at the fuel station.
It's like he's lying to you, my liege. But he's slippery enough that there's nothing for you to grab hold of.
Oh, interesting. All right, enough of this.
He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved.
Maybe everything isn't quite as you've been told. Take a moment to analyze. Yeah, okay, so our logic is pretty low right now. And it is a white check, but I think we can probably juice our logic a little teensy bit with equipment. So that's it for
As
now.
always, we'll be right here, waiting patiently for the news. Yeah!
And again, another one of those weird little mismatches. Be careful in there, officer, and tell us how it goes. Yeah, we'll be here. Okay, first off, we got solve the egghead puzzle, sync signs with the Noid, and help the Ravers start a nightclub. We did figure out anotic music. Good for us. Let's see what can help us with logic. We are currently getting +1, so maybe nothing. Currently, let's see. Anything else logical in here? Okay. The Samaran conical hat somehow helps us with logic. I guess none of this makes a whole ton of sense. Oh, the phone hat we picked up last time helps us with logic. Let's do that. Let's put on our weird little hat and our Koryev jacket. Yeah. For anybody who wasn't tuned in last time, this is our armored cross that we got from Gary the crypto-fascist, friend of Morel the cryptozoologist, which again is a funny bit, and I enjoy revisiting it. So yeah, let's put on our Koryev jacket. Conical hat doesn't get us as much logic as the Peepo does. I think that's about it. I'm glad this music is as much of a bop as it is, because I think we're gonna have heard a lot of it by the time we're done here. So logic is now +4. So let's save our progress through this conversation and see
Hi
if we
again.
can.
So, how are things going?
He looks excited. The tips of his hair are sharp and white. The bleach has consumed almost all of the toothbrush on the mirror in front of him. Man, that gets us to 28. Whew. I mean, we might as well try. We can always retry it. But yeah, we do have to roll pretty high here. Because, I mean, it is actually a pretty steep. We haven't had many that are as high as 16. Though some.
Okay, so the Speed Freaks want to start a club for dance music. That much checks out. Youths like music. You feel as though you might have liked music more when you were young, too. But you digress.
Rub your chin. What's the gist of it?
The gist of it is, they want to turn the church into a club, but a suspicious element has overtaken the building. It's very important to understand what the gist of things is. Always consult the gist before making up your mind. This is going well.
I have a feeling where anytime the voiceover in this game utters the words, "this is going well," the opposite is true.
Plus, and it has to be considered, you can't invent the future of dance music in this smelly old tent. Imagine if you had the church. That settles it. Analysis complete. Their story checks out.
All right, so we'll have to put skills into logic to reopen that, or, sometimes events will unlock them as well. That's it for now.
As always, we'll be right here, waiting patiently for the news. Yeah!
All right, we probably should talk to Egghead and Noid as well. Let's see, this is giving us a penalty to perception. I don't think there's anything else that I really need on my head currently. And yeah, Den churches are frequently set up with acoustic considerations. Yeah, designed. Yeah, okay. We'll keep our silly hat on for now. Don't think it'd be helpful to re-jacket ourselves. Okay. Egghead, what's up with you?
The young man with the tape recorder acknowledges your return. When he looks at you, he squints as though you were the setting sun.
This is hardcore.
Say nothing.
Hardcore!
Still say nothing.
Hardcore to the mega!
All right.
Here comes the night!
Okay, I'm gonna see if it does the same thing when I talk to him again. To the mega, but never to the max. Yeah.
Back to the heavyweight jam!
Says the young man with the tape player and the large boyadero boots. Lung-shaped trees sprout on his silver belt buckle.
Hardcore! Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega! Internally coherent!
So we can still say nothing, or we can say, I was wondering if you knew who killed the mercenary hanging behind the Whirling and Rags hostel, which I can't pass up. I have to do that.
Good morning, yeah! 1, 2, 3, Yakokata, the place to be!
You said that before. Why is this Yakokata the place to be? What does it mean?
Yakokata is a hardcore place!
Alright, I think this genuinely just is like click through his dialogue tree until you get as far as you can go,
We're close.
says the young man with the tape player and the large Boydero.
True, hard, full, car!
Say nothing.
Hardcore!
Still say nothing.
Hardcore is a mega!
Say nothing.
Internally coherent.
Still say nothing.
All car! Alright! Yeah!
Alright, let's see if he'll just keep going. Say nothing.
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the stuffy tent.
Hardcore! Ah!
He lets out an agonized roar over the feebleish, obviously not too hardcore beat below. So we could go so hardcore, or no, but seriously, I'm a little worried it isn't. No, but seriously, I'm a little worried it isn't.
The question is, what is the question?
That would have been good if I'd asked you a question, but I didn't. Now it's just idiotic.
But there was a question?
This guy is
We're close.
didn't actually mean to click on him again just there, but yeah, he's on his own little world.
True, hard, full, car! Hardcore!
I mean, we might as well take every branch on the way. But is it? I mean, really?
Yeah!
This young man adds a capital G before the H in his yegs and args. This produces a guttural Gutwaldian accent and makes him sound more animal, more in it.
Yag.
The Y to the E to the A 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 to the G to the H to the exclamation mark.
He's dedicated to it.
Yeah!
I have a feeling this is eating up a lot of time, like in the conversational passage of time in the day, and that Kim might be annoyed with us, but also I'm finding it entertaining, so.
We're close. True, hard, full, car, hardcore. Hardcore is a mega. Internally coherent. All car, all right, yeah.
He furrows his brow at
Hardcore, ah.
Say so hardcore.
Is it though?
He stops dead in his tracks, tilting his head to the side. I was just thinking that a moment ago.
One mind, one spirit. There's no other world. There's no other life.
Good lord. Okay, I think I have maybe a couple more tries of this in me. Let's see.
We're close. True. Hardcore. Hardcore is internally coherent. All core. All right.
he furrows his
Hardcore.
Is it though?
It is.
But is it? I mean, really?
He tilts his head to the other side like an owl. The question is, what is the question? He went to the same school as Fergie. Thanks for that. And I hadn't thought about Fergie in a minute. The question is, what is the question?
No, but seriously, I'm a bit worried it isn't.
We solved the egghead puzzle. He frowns, then starts bobbing his head back and forth once more.
Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be even more so.
Let's see. You said you were worried. What do you think is wrong with the music?
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with the hardcore.
He turns pensive all of a sudden.
Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its infancy, you know? For example, Take this Arno van Eyck jam I've been pumping for the last month, and will continue pumping for the rest of 51. Isn't something holding it back from being hyper?
He thinks for a moment, then his expression clears.
It's like it's only ultra.
I think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper hardcore.
It's only ultra hardcore.
It is, isn't it? I knew it.
He nods in agreement.
But how could it become harder core? I know the answer in my heart, but cannot think it in my head. If this is not hyper, how could anything be?
Sounds suspiciously like a question. I thought the question was, what is the question? Or try to think if anything could make it harder core. Or wait, I just remembered something. I'm the police. Or I can't help you with this right now. I need something else, something extra. So we can try to find drugs and then come back, I guess, is what that's saying. Let's see. Try to think if anything could make it harder core?
What? Guys, there's something happening in his head.
He looks at you with his customary amazement. Customary amazement is a good phrase. Think even harder.
Oh yeah! He's doing it!
But you're not. This is almost certainly a matter that surpasses the limits of reason.
My imagination fails me.
I know! So does mine!
He shakes his head and laughs. Sounds suspiciously like a question. I thought the question was, what is the question?
No! This is the answer!
Wait, I just remembered something. I'm the police.
Uh-huh.
Young man is bursting with anticipation. Nothing. Me being the police isn't actually going to help us. Actually, it's more likely to hinder us. Or, and I have a job to do instead of this absurd idiocy. Goodbye. Actually, it's more likely to hinder us.
Oh.
I can't help you with this right now. I need something else, something extra.
Yeah!
He's not even the slightest bit disappointed. Let's see. Maybe your body can tell you what Arno van Eyck's jam is missing to make it harder core. Okay, we'll come back to this because I think we can increase our physical instrument with some gear a little bit before we try this one the first time. Are you a thought reader?
No nation, but transnation! No war, but class war!
So you're not a thought reader, you're a communist?
He's not a communist. It's just something he likes to yell. He picked it up from a tape jockey at the Elysium. She was a communist, though.
He's not a communist. That's just something he likes to yell. I think I need like a sign that has that on it.
Yeah! With a rebel yell!
Oh, good lord. Does that mean you're a thought reader?
Don't be a lunatic. Of course he isn't. Jermaine here just yells random things. Odds are, sooner or later one of them will come off as thought reading.
So he's like it's like he's doing cold reading, but more like reading by volume, I guess.
Yeah! Revolution imperative!
Unless you were thinking Revolution imperative right now. Anyway, I've had a similar thing happen with eggs yelling. I know what you mean.
You're right. I wasn't thinking that, because indeed I was not.
Hardcore superstar!
Tell me something else, Egghead.
Yeah!
Why are there lungs on your belt buckle?
Lungs are for love!
Why would lungs be for love?
When Dolores Day was anointed innocence, her lungs started glowing through her body. For the world loved her, and she loved it back. Yeah!
I am enjoying this conversation in a way I certainly would not in real life. Really?
I think so.
Thank you for the story.
Rhymes that keep their secrets will unfold behind the clouds.
Is your real name Jermaine?
Dark Chord Hardcore! Jermaine Egghead!
Basically, yes it is.
Thank you, Andre. Okay. Goodbye, Egghead.
Alright! Here comes the night!
Let me see if I can up our physical instrument any with what we've got here. All right, the white tank top. Might be it. All right. Well, let's try
The
that check.
large-headed youth has closed his eyes, lost in the music. Sensing you, he opens them.
Chat, I will let you fill anything so's in on what our time with Andre and Egghead has been like in the last little bit. I think probably not surprising. I don't think you'd be surprised by anything you may have missed. Anything so's.
Good morning! Yeah! Pump it up! Pump it up! Pump it up!
He shouts, apparently unaware of the time of day. All right, so yeah, we got up to 72% on maybe your body can tell you what Arno Van Eyck's jam is missing to make it hard or core. Let's see if that checks out.
You know it in your lungs where the pressure should vibrate, in your heart that's alone, and in your solar plexus where the hits should land. So does every chordate animal.
Needs more bass.
What?
The young man makes a sudden move like he's about to turn the volume down, but that would be ridiculous. And a melody. A good melody is what makes a song really stick so that you can't get it out of your head anymore. Pointed at your head. Or point at your head.
Wow, okay. We should start with the melody. But where would we get that stuff from?
Let's see. I don't know. I was thinking you would know, or nowhere. I'm not going to become some sort of anotic cop, too. I've got enough copotypes already. I was thinking you would know.
I'm sorry. I don't know anything about Nordic music. I'm just the party boy. I get the people going and say it's hardcore.
He feels ashamed he can't be of more service to the future of dance music.
Okay, I'll look into it. In an official capacity, is that the police to make the beats go harder? What a cursed phrase. Imagine the cops rolling up to a loud house party and being like, I'm gonna have to give you a citation for having music that is both loud and shitty. We just need it to be loud and good. Let's see. All right, I'll see if I can come up with something on my own. A citizen investigation. Or, no, I don't really have time for this. I mean, I think a citizen investigation makes more sense if we want the music to actually be good. House police. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, any house party that is caught blasting Maroon 5 gets a ticket. Oh, man. Yeah, I'll come up with something on my own. A citizen investigation.
The young man falls silent with appreciation. He even tries to contain his smile, as if it could hinder your investigation.
I think this is crucial to our becoming a superstar cop.
Basically, what you need to find here is a tape with some banging music on it, so that Egghead could use it to remix Van Eyck's jam.
Yeah, maybe that street hawker across the pawn shop has got some tapes to sell. That's just an idea.
Anyway, that's all yours to figure out, Copman.
Copman!
Cop yells at Egghead. I doubt that the saddest church in Sansan would give us an improvement to Van Eyck's jam, although they do literally have a cell just outside this tent recording, like, ice sounds, and it seems like, you know, this is a problem that could solve itself. But what do I know? I'm just a disaster cop. All right, goodbye, Egghead. And then let's see if Noid will talk to us.
So you had a talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Noid?
He stooped over his toolbox as usual, shuffling bolts around angrily.
That's fine, man. But I've got to warn ya, our signs are still off. It'll take some time for me to get my sign on.
But I thought we'd be okay now, sign-wise. Or I saw a sticker on the padlock. Can you tell me anything about it? Or tell me about the machines you saw in the church? Or why are you called Noid? Well, I thought we'd be okay now, sign-wise.
I'm doing what I can.
He continues to rearrange his tools.
It's not easy for him. It probably took him years to get used to Andre.
Makes sense. Why are you called Noid?
The hardcore aesthetic is esoteric. It's not meant to be discussed with the law at this moment.
He picks up some sort of widget. It's very funny. Yeah, Den, how are cosines, our tangents, or if we want to get really deep, how are our cotangents?
It's not easy to reach a harmonic resonance of sines without some adjustment.
I saw a sticker on the padlock. Can you tell me anything about it?
A sticker? You mean the yellow one? Can you describe it to me?
Why describe if you already know what I mean? I mean, this one, show the sticker on your ledger, or, I mean, let's do the description. Yeah, anything says my cotangents are messed up too. Okay, it's a yellow circle, the human face, with X's for eyes and a smile underneath. I think the X's mean the guy is dead.
Good, good. What did you want to know?
Was I right? Is it a dead guy smiling?
Yes, you're the 23rd person to get it right, and I've asked 23 people. Looks like it's a dead guy smiling to the entire human race.
Why do you think that's so?
We're all the same. Same eyes, same smiles, same death.
Okay, well, what does it mean?
He defeated history. We are living in the age of history, and in the eyes of history, we are always already dead. How can we ever smile then? Because history is a lie, and so are its deaths.
I have a feeling that this guy took one of the same master's level courses that I did.
The present moment and life are the hardcore. The hardcore expels death. Or maybe he's not dead. Maybe he's just really ecstatic about the beats.
Maybe, Noid, maybe. I think we've exhausted the subject for now.
I guess one could write an entire treatise on the thing. But what for?
What for, indeed. Tell me about the machines you saw in the church.
Weird stuff. Specialised. There was a data processor and some sort of long-wave machinery.
He cringes.
Wires going into water. Gives off a spy sign. Or some fucked up Samaran science sign. You know, the kind that goes head first into the supernatural.
Let's see. What's wrong with the supernatural?
Nothing's wrong with it. You should definitely be researched. You can still do sick shit with it though.
The sickest. That's perhaps why it should be researched.
Never change Inland Empire. There's a reason why I crank my psyche stuff up so much in this. You know, I mentioned at the beginning of this playthrough I had played like not very much, 20, 30 minutes or whatever, but at the time I was very taken with the contributions of the psyche skills. The supernatural. So you think it's real, that it actually exists?
Most of it doesn't exist, but there's also stuff that isn't allowed to exist, because the moralists think it's too dangerous for the plebs.
Makes sense.
Psionic powers, pale-related diseases, pretenders pretending to be human, folk rights, that kind of stuff.
What about now? Are the signs all right now?
Nah. Still strongly out of sync. Stage gamma disalignment.
Huh?
You heard me.
I did hear you. I just didn't understand you. Examines a small metal bolt in his hand. Okay, maybe I'll come back later. Okay, let us... Die ganze Truppe fliegt mit Mach 3 in den Himmel, ja. The song is missing percussion. The bass drum is good, but it needs to be more. Should feel that drum in the soul. I agree. They need to bass it up. They need to add just a little bit more. Not even complexity, just, you know, a little bit fuller instrumentation. Find a tape with a melody for Egghead. Okay. Do you have anything to say at the moment, Kim?
Yes?
No, he doesn't have anything to say. Well, I guess now we've got a couple of things that increasing logic can help us with. And let's briefly check in with Acel here based on the conversation that we just had.
The shaggy-haired girl kneels on the sea ice. She looks up as you approach.
So you talked to my associates, right? Are you going to help us? With the church, I mean.
I mean, we did take the task, but let's see if I can ask some questions. Can't say gotta ask questions first.
Shoot.
A cold wind blows. She breathes on her hand for warmth. Let's see. The others told me you went inside the church. What did you see in there?
Oh, that. You're not going to believe me. There's no point in me telling you.
She's less prone to blurt it out, Crab Man, than the others.
We'll see. Go ahead and tell me.
Okay. I went in and I saw a woman next to one of those machines there. Noid calls it a mainframe. She was dressed like someone who's been raised by their grandmother, you know, strange old clothes. Had this absent expression, didn't say anything, just stood still.
Go on.
And then, you know, right behind her, a man crawled down the wall, upside down like a crab, down the church wall. I think the woman didn't even know he was there. He was completely silent.
That makes more sense than Crabman did.
He stopped right before he got to the floor, then just hung there like that, looking at me. Right at me. I fucking turned around and walked out. End of story.
Probably would have done the same.
Like a crab, you say?
The lieutenant nods. His face is stone. What did this crab man look like?
It was too dark. I couldn't tell exactly.
She shakes her head.
Come on. She obviously could. She already went into detail.
Come on, quit stalling on me. What did he look like? Or... You're right, I don't believe you. You're wrong, I do believe you. I mean, let's press her a little bit. Come on, quit stalling on me. What did he look like?
He looked like a banger, okay? He was all muscular and stuff. Had a mesh tank top. I know it sounds ridiculous, but that only made it scarier in a way.
I have a mesh tank top. I'm not wearing it right now, but...
A crab? And a banger?
The lieutenant raises an eyebrow.
Yes, a banger. As in a mess gang member. I know what it sounds like, but that's what I saw.
I mean, I do believe that she is giving us an honest recollection of what she perceived, that whether or not that's actually reflective of anything that's in the church, we'll find out. You're wrong. I do believe you.
Why?
What would you stand to gain? Or seems too ludicrous for a lie, or strange things happen. I mean, I'm leaning toward what would you stand to gain, and I don't see any profit in calling it ludicrous. Yeah, what would you stand to gain?
Nothing. Anyway, what else?
I'd like to know more about your associates.
My associates? I haven't got much to say about them.
She blows on her chilled fingers. What do you mean? You must know something about them.
Of course I do. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they are and so on. I don't provide information on them.
To the cops.
What about you? Tell me something about yourself.
Me? I'm a silver bird.
Okay. Huh, okay. Maybe I'll ask later about all this.
Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but...
Yeah, that's it for now. All right. Get Estelle to talk about her associates after you've helped them set up a nightclub. And we have an extra skill point here now, which is great because we can open up a thought cabinet to start thinking about the armor here. Which, as a reminder... which Jen finally pays attention to the name on the screen and realizes they misheard Estelle's name. I mean, easy to do. And, you know, I don't think anybody was confused about who you meant. But yeah, as a reminder for the description here, it really hurts to punch this armor. A sword wouldn't even leave a scratch. A bullet would bounce right off. Still, there must be some flaw in it that would allow you to stand your ground against this dangerous enemy technology. You just have to figure out what it is. Possibly by beating yourself while wearing it? Shooting yourself? Let's see. So let's see about unlocking another thought slot here. And internalizing Fairweather T500. at a savoir-faire penalty for the time being. All right. We are going to move on here in just a moment, but I'm going to take a quick break to make sure that I have hydration available, bio break stuff, and then I'll be right back to do a little bit more streaming this evening here before it gets to be late enough to go to bed. So let's be right back, and let's see if I can put on something other than rain sounds for y'all while I'm stepped away, and then I'll be just a moment. All right. I am back. So, let's jump right back into it. Game audio back on. Game back in. There we are. Thank you for hanging out. And now, poor Estelle is out here in the freezing rain, not even snow. Goodness. Well, we came up here initially to find one of those traps to check for invisible imaginary stick bugs. Not to be, putting too fine a point on it. What with our, cryptozoologists and all. So let's see what we can find before we get too far into messing with the church. Can we go further back here? We cannot. Okay. Let's see what further northeast looks like. We're looking for Land's End, I believe. That's right. One of our thoughts let us zoom out more, which is fun. Okay, we've been up there. Can we get through here? We can. I believe this is an area I have not been to just yet. Something up here. Orbs. These rusty gears used to turn the whole machine. The building before you housed the engine. Must have been a big one. The chain trails off into the ocean to who knows where. This barrel has been recently discarded. It still smells of fuel oil. Okay. Let's see what else is around this area before we commit to investigating this other building. Ooh, a white polo shirt. +1 rhetoric, -1 empathy is pretty funny. And more money. We're basically rich. What's polo anyway? And no, really, what the hell is polo? The shirt looks worn and smells a bit. You can't help but wonder, who would leave it stuffed in a tear container? What kind of man would even wear a polo shirt? This might be one of life's mysteries that will never be solved. The game is attacking Trask. Catching strays, yeah. Ah, there's the trap. That's what we were looking for. It doesn't look like this goes too much further. Oh, maybe a little further than I thought. So let's investigate out here just a bit. More orbs. Someone's made a campfire here a long time ago. A rusted, broken control box for the radio relay tower. The ladder is too rusty to climb. The sea air has eaten away at it. Yes, I think we agree, Drask. White polos are the evil polos. A scented scarf, +1 shivers, -2 physical instrument. Interesting. Springtime cold and allergies. The light springtime scarf smells like men's cologne mixed with cheap laundry detergent. Someone must have left it behind, probably from a date. Wear it if you want to delude yourself that spring has arrived. Huh. That's fun. I can't keep this polo shirt on. Sorry, I was thinking rather than reading. This tank top. The polo shirt I have never put on as yet. Our coat gives us logic. Let's put our police coat back on. Why not? Someone removed their scarf, their polo. They seem to have had a good date at least. Yeah, Den is correct here. Maybe not the most, unassailable choice of date spot, but it does seem to have gone well for them. Tiny inlets there, off in the far distance, where the posts trail toward. All right, let's have a look at that trap. just in case there's an interfacing or something that I can screw up. Let's have a save.
There's a trap in the reeds at your feet. Looks like the same one you saw Morel set before. Same mesh, same wiring.
Look around.
The reeds shake sadly in the coastal breeze, weighed down by rain. They seem to be waiting for something. The wind picks up here, near the cape's end, surrounding the narrow strip of land from 3 cardinal directions. It's cold for this time of year.
Reach for the trap.
Locusts are crawling around in the trap, confused but uneaten. You see no carnivorous reed phasmid gorging on them.
Big surprise. Anyway, 1 down, 3 to go.
The lieutenant grins mirthlessly. So you can say, damn, I was hoping it would be in the first one. Or, no need to grin, I'm not expecting to find anything. I'm helping some citizens and getting some fresh air. Or, it'll be in the next one, surely. Or, say nothing, just put the trap down. I mean, 2 is pretty close to why I'm doing it. I'm basically doing this because Lena's very sweet old lady, and I, want good things for her. So, no need to grin. I'm not expecting to find anything. I'm helping some citizens and getting some fresh air.
I meant no offense. Just...
The lieutenant doesn't know how to finish the sentence. He looks at you, putting the trap back on the ground. I didn't mean to make Kim feel badly, but also, he was being a little bit aggro. All right. Other traps. The one he just set up near the camp, the boathouses west of the Feld building, and near the canal. So we do want to head back across the way at some point before people go to bed, so that we can check in with Joyce Messier and look in the pawn shop and stuff. Let's have a gander at this door in the meantime, and then make our way to the boathouses, then maybe over to where Morel was setting the trap to see if he's, done. And we can check the trap there, and then we can check the other one on our way back, and then maybe meet them at the Whirling a little bit later is, the plan that's going to go awry, I think. Let's see about this door.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
Interesting. Impossible, by which we mean 3% chance of interfacing to open the door. So we're not going to try that since it's a red check. We'll see if we can't get closer to 20. I was talking about how 16 was high a minute ago, and 16 is, but 20... Whew. What is this thing anyway?
It's military. A service depot of some sort.
Used to service what?
The washerwoman mentioned a depot up the coast. She said it was for moving ammo and cargo across the bay. This might be it.
The lieutenant looks at the hunching concrete toad in front of him. Okay. I mean, we do have some equipment that would up interfacing, I think. Whoops, not what I meant to do. Well, maybe not. Maybe we're already wearing it. Oh, I think it's the gloves, actually. Come to think. Yep. So we are nowhere close to being able to open this door, and I'm not going to do the red check on a 3% chance. So at least it didn't take very long. Let's keep Kim running. I guess we should check out the church before we move too far afield. We'll see. Imagine it'll take a minute, but we have the key, so might as well.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
All right, let's open the padlock with the key.
The lock turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open.
Let's go.
Lieutenant nods at you. I like how he gets into the spirit sometimes. It's very cute. We'll pull on the doors.
As you do, you hear the echo of the doomed commercial area, its black holes and dusty machines. Then the feeling passes.
Can't imagine why that was what we thought about.
A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church. as though rushing to fill a great vacuum in the heart of the city.
All right. Oh, dang. That is a dope painting mural, I think, is what I should be calling it. All right. Purple orb. A strange stillness fills you as you look ahead. You should walk here, not run. You know what? I agree. Also, let's, just in case, go ahead and put the flashlight in our offhand. Could be a little helpful. Orb. More of the forked lightning pattern you saw outside. Ooh, this music. This grotesque wooden figure looks half finished. Feels like it's trying to become one with the church. I don't want to say too much on this subject, but something I'm considering doing for maybe like a longer daytime weekend stream after this game has wound down would be not first time playthrough, but the Ragnar Turnquist sort of investigation game Draugen, which I am now thinking about for reasons of church. But I guess let me know if that sounds interesting or appealing to you. Because it may be an upcoming playthrough. For me, it would be a replay, just to make that clear. The blackboard is filled with complex equations. They look recent. I like having the up-close view. I knew there was going to be a radio computer in here. I like having the up-close view of the art, but I'm also getting my bearings here. Orb. The bowl is filled with water. A live wire runs directly into it. Are we interrupting ghost hunters or something here?
The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore.
I've had that feeling before.
Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent.
Wait, I think I still hear something.
And then it's gone. Almost all of it, but for the faintest of hums. It seems the sound here is detached from its source somehow, if not blotted out outright. Truly unusual.
Interesting. Fun little acoustics thing.
You can hardly hear your own breathing.
Stomping and clapping seems like it might have an effect on the structural integrity of the building. Let's see. Yell as loud as you can.
Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers.
Stomp your feet and clap your hands.
You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total, somehow.
Turn to Kim. What's happening?
The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then he leans closer.
Yes, Kim. Lean in close.
Can you hear anything?
Let's see. Almost nothing is beginning to worry me. Not really, but it's extraordinary. I've never experienced anything like it or can't hear shit. Not really, but it's extraordinary. I've never experienced anything like this.
I wonder why the church was built with such strange acoustics.
I like that it's also like at the very tippy of this triangle here.
His detached tone conceals how uncomfortable he is.
Whatever it is, it's definitely real. Something odd is happening around us.
The lieutenant doesn't reply, but you can sense him tense up next to you.
Look up into the bell tower.
The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
Okay, so since this was an orb, I don't know that I'm going to be able to revisit it if I don't take the chance here. I mean, it's a low chance, but I don't know if we're going to get the opportunity to come back and redo it later. I do want to know what's up there. I have done some Sunless Sea on this stream in the past, and I'm starting to have unpleasant flashbacks to Low Barnett in that game, which I don't know if it made it on the stream or not, but yeah, maybe there's time in the future. Try to see beyond the shadows with a very low 17%, because our perception is only 2. We healed health. I mean, not really, because we didn't have any to heal, but...
Just darkness without end. It makes your head spin.
Try to make out something, anything.
There's nothing. You're dizzy and disoriented as you see dark and more dark rising.
Officer, what are you looking at?
He follows your gaze, attempting to see whatever it is you are seeing. What's the darkness like?
Filled with vague shapes of woodwork. The sense of a great height.
Blink. Ah,
You
I
see something hanging from the rafters, looking straight at you with dark eyes. Maybe it's possible to talk to it.
Nothing would make me happier.
Is that a man? Looks more like part of the carpentry of the building came alive and is now studying you intently. The Crab Man.
So we can say, hey, who's there? This is the police. Show yourself. Say nothing. Be quiet for now. Or, are you the Crab Man? Say nothing. Be quiet for now.
The man leaned forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry. Everything's gonna be all right. You come to the right place.
The right place for what?
Here you can receive the mother's love. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of the despair at the bottom of that bottle.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
Yeah, what up, Nightcrawler? The lieutenant whispers to you quietly.
I'm put off by this religious stuff, he thinks. And maybe the ceiling climbing, too. It's all very hard to square with the lieutenant's own view of reality.
That makes sense.
Hey, and what was that about the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already. Shish.
So yeah, I guess I have a bit of a problem and it's been getting out of hand lately, but... Or, I'm a policeman. I need to talk to you about police things. I don't know anything about alcohol use. Or, oh hell no, and run away. Danny Trejo, Nightcrawler. Thank you, Dan. Yeah, I have a bit of a problem and it's been getting out of hand lately, but...
Está crudo, way. I see deep inside you. Your body and your spirit are suffering greatly from overindulgence. And you don't even know it.
So we can go, great, more patronizing, so original. Or, oh, I'm very in touch with my suffering. Or, how do you know what I'm feeling? Or, I'm actually here on behalf of some young people looking to establish a nightclub. Let's say maybe this is like in one of those like Marvel Ultimate alternative universes or something. Where instead of being a Bavarian Catholic, I think Nightcrawler is a Bavarian Catholic in main original flavor X-Men. Nightcrawler is, I guess, what, like a Central American, maybe? I'm not entirely sure how specific the accent is here. But yeah, Mexican Catholic. But like a mystic, I guess. Let's see. How do you know what I'm feeling?
I was like you once, just dragging my feet to the next bottle. Shit was dark, Holmes.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
Thanks, Kim. For some reason, I feel like you have a point there. Or who do you think you are? Some crazy guy under the roof? What is this shit? Well, you know, alcohol is central to my identity. If I wouldn't drink, I just wouldn't be me. Or this is stupid. I don't even know what this is. Or that's all well and good, but we need to talk about the unlicensed occupation of ecclesiastic property. Let's see. Let's indulge Kim. For some reason, I feel like you have a point there. It is a little bit funny. I have a small glass of bourbon here with me that I just took a sip of kind of without thinking while having this conversation. Kind of funny. For some reason, I feel like you have a point there.
Don't trust me. Trust the mother. I'm only the messenger, Holmes.
His voice echoes in the cold air of the church. Straight up mocking Harry, yeah. So, a thing that's going on in my head right now, due to the mother and Kim's whole deal here is that, like, you're like Jack Dorsey types and narco tourists of all kinds who are into ayahuasca refer to it as the mother. I'm wondering if that is a deliberate sort of resonance here or if it's just coincidence in my brain.
This is the Church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
He sways gently on the beams, waiting for you to take it all in.
You have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Is he just trying to throw you off your game?
I'm glad Rhetoric has ratified my interpretation of this situation.
Whatever it is, he's quite confident about it. Just look how gracefully he sways. 'Tis not an act, my liege, saving perchance he hath deceived his very self. This man is a zealot.
Huh. So you must be the crab man, or some ravers want to turn this place into a nightclub, or do you know where the other spooker is? Point at the machines around you. I mean, let's start there.
Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa. Don't know, Holmes.
Viejita is grandma?
So, a studious grandma? So, let's see. Wait, so there is another person living in the church and it's a viejita?
No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear.
He scratches his head. And you don't know where she is?
That's what I said, Holmes.
How can you not know that when you both live here?
Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests.
So you got nothing else to tell me? How she looks, what she does, who is she?
I'm afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she comes back, or...
He shrugs.
Or search through her radio computer.
So some ravers want to turn this place into a nightclub.
The ones in the tent outside, right? I see them. Think they scared of me.
So, wait, do they have reason to be scared? Or, so what do you think about the nightclub that is? Or, I trust you won't get in the way of some enterprising youth. Their business looks promising. Or, turning a church into a nightclub. I have to say it's a great idea. You should support it. I mean, so, I spent a little time during my graduate education in a town where a historic church had in fact been turned into a nightclub. And while it was too expensive and thronged with, people I wasn't eager to hang out around like most nightclubs in my experience have been, it was aesthetically pretty dope. Though I guess probably offensive to the sensibilities of religious types, which it doesn't especially concern me, but, probably a consideration for, public businesses and whatnot. Wait, do they have reason to be scared?
Nah, man. They look pretty funny. And I don't harm no one anymore. Anyway.
So what do you think about the nightclub, that is?
Why not? They wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there, imbibing. Ain't no music on earth that can reach where I go.
I believe you. Yeah, anymore doing a lot of work there, indeed, Den.
Might even be nice to have some company.
He said that in spite of himself. He's more attached to the human than he'd like to think.
Do we want to tell him about being the crab man? Why not? He doesn't seem flappable. You must be the crab man.
Never known myself to be a crab. But if that's the name you got for me, I won't stop you from using it.
Some extreme Meat Punks Forever resonance here for listeners of our podcast. So to be fair, it's really more like a spider, or if you're not a crab, then what are you? Or sorry, you just weren't moving like a human, or hey, it's your neighbors who come up with this name, not me. Hey, if you're not a crab, then what are you?
I always thought of myself more like a flame, flickering along the rafters and beams. It may be that I gotta work on my technique.
He considers this for a moment and pauses.
That's not the only technique he's working on. Look at those carved sculptures. And is that a satchel of tools over there?
Wait, did you also carve all those sculptures? Point to the nearest pillar.
Sure am. Whittling wood used to be something I just did to busy my hands. Now I use those same hands in service of something greater than my own restlessness.
Rub your chin. You've got some nice curves going on there. Or squint your eyes. These seem a tad derivative. Or you're promoting the objectification of women with your reactionary depiction of female bodies. Or honestly, I don't get it. All these figures look half finished. Rapid carcinization comes for us all, indeed, then. Let's be moderately complimentary here. See if he becomes a little more forthcoming. Rub your chin. You've got some nice curves going on there.
It's all just for the mother, man. No need to overthink it.
We got an achievement for saying 5 art cop lines, which I didn't actually realize was a copotype. What were you before you became a crab man and a wood carver?
I was in a gangway, but my memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone.
Shake your head. So many people losing their memory, a certain portent of doom. I lost my memory too, and it haunts me. I lost my memory too, but I like it. It's like I get It's like I get to create a whole new me, start again from scratch. Or so you used to be in a gang, but you don't really remember it. Sounds convenient. Let's see. Let's do, I don't know, 3 is kind of the way we've been playing it for the most part. I lost my memory too, but I like it. It's like I get to create a whole new me, start again from scratch.
That's not really the point, I say. You gotta give yourself over to service. Service of the mother, that is.
He frowns.
Do you remember your name, sir?
The lieutenant is not particularly interested in this information. He's just trying to assert some control over the conversation.
I mean, relatable, Kim.
Tiago's my name, but those syllables don't mean much to me these days. A name isn't just your identity, but also, so to speak, your place amongst your fellows, your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore.
So we can say, my name's Harry, extend your hand for a greeting. Or, my name's Harrier Dubois, and my place in the world is Lieutenant W. Frater. Or, I don't do names either. Names are out. I don't care what mine is. Kind of trying a little bit hard there, Harry. Yeah, imagine this conversation if you didn't know who you were. Yeah, I mean, you could get here without getting your ID, Drask points out. And yeah, imagine. I'm sure that at the very least is, one of the options would be 3 there. And I guess the other ones would be you can make up a name or like we've done in the past. Let's see. also, so to speak, your place among your fellows, your place in the world. I mean, I guess I kind of like two then for this, where we, assert both a name and a place. My name's Harrier Dubois. My place in the world is Lieutenant W. Freighter.
That's just the thing, Holmes. None of that matters.
He sounds melancholy saying this, his limbs a mere shadow below the ceiling. What are you doing here?
This is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there, a way out into nothingness. This church was built around it for purposes of veneration.
He nods toward the ceiling.
I circled it, nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to go drink from it directly.
So, who's this mother of silence you keep talking about? What will happen once you drink from this perforation? Or I still don't understand what you're doing in the church, or right ahead of the questions. Okay, so let's ask about the mother first. Who's this mother of silence you keep talking about?
Oh, that's no simple question, Essa. She is one who can be painted or sculpted. She is a cavity in the dark beyond sense. She saved me, but I couldn't describe her to you. No one can, Holmes, and no one ever will.
What will happen once you drink from this perforation?
I will be incinerated, but not destroyed. Finally, at one with the state of the world before reality began.
That sounds a bit like substitution behavior, no? You know a thing or two about that.
You sure you didn't just switch one drug for another?
It's not like that at all, man. It's just faith and joyful service.
Too gleeful, those words. He is lying. Not to you, to his very own self.
So let's see. Faith is a kind of drug, or I guess you have a point, or let's agree to disagree, or I was being insensitive. Sorry, let's move on. Interesting. Well, let's see if we can press him on it a little bit, just to see what he has to say. Faith is a kind of drug.
I heard that before, Way, and I know I can't convince you on the spot. But think, when's the last time you woke up from silent communion with a hangover, regretting what you did last night?
He shakes his head.
There are drugs darker than alcohol circling your system.
Yeah. I think love might have been my drug of choice, and I think I'm still hungover from it. Okay, I do want to see what he has to say about this, actually.
She took you for a good spin, huh? Don't worry, bro. That love is but a drop compared to the ocean of the mother's love.
He looks at you gravely.
The mother will eat all of you and never spit you out.
Well, that doesn't sound especially nice, but, I mean, evocative, at least. Imagine the hangover the mother might give you. Good point, Trask. Let's see. So I guess you have a point. Let's agree to disagree. Or as being insensitive. Sorry, let's move on. I don't know. 4 or 5, I think. Let's be sorry. We haven't been sorry in a minute. I was being insensitive. Sorry, let's move on.
No worries, man. I know this shit takes time.
Let's see. How did you even find this place, this church?
Hard to say. I think I did some construction work here, back when I still had material worries. Up there, I realized what the true purpose of the church was. Been spending a lot of time here ever since. The past is nothing to me now, Way. It didn't belong to me.
I still don't understand what you're doing in the church.
I'm a seraph, Holmes. I sing the mother's glory.
So we could say, you should sing for me, the superstar cop. Point your thumbs at yourself. Doesn't really make sense for you to sing if she's the mother of silence. Or nod. Singing is good. We should all sing a bit more. Okay, I know I've been leaning to the superstar cop thing, but I feel like asking this guy to sing hymns to me is not going to be a productive line of conversation. But I am kind of wanting to see about 2. It doesn't really make sense for you to sing if she's the mother of silence.
I don't mean literal singing, Holmes. This is the mother of silence we're talking about. It's the singing of a burning heart. You may be thinking, but fire crackles. No, Holmes, that's the material that's burning. The flames themselves are without sound.
I mean, credit where it's due. This guy, Tiago, has thought this through. Right, I had other questions.
The sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams, blending into the shadows.
I've been here a long time. Do you know where the church was abandoned?
Police raid a while back.
He responds, his voice suddenly flat.
Did you witness it?
Not really, or at least I don't remember much of it anymore. The mother's love has done its job. That's what's so great about the mother. It lets you forget about everything.
Okay then, thanks. All right, that was actually shockingly productive. What do we got over here? Oh, okay, we've got a new thought, Wasteland of Reality, that gives us a -2 to physical instrument for 20 hours due to insomnia. It has been brought to your attention that you're an alcoholic, and that it's a sickness, and it's killing you. You're crawling on your knees through life, your booze-filled belly dragging on the ground, your brain now fuzzy, now in overdrive, your hair sticking together with today's cold sweat and yesterday's vomit. Perhaps they're right. Anything is better than this, even bone-dry reality itself. Maybe you can quit? Ooh. Well, we're not especially close to another skill point. I do like having the liquidity just in case. So we may put this off for a moment or two until we have another skill point to open another thought cabinet drawer, so to speak. But I am looking forward to that. Yeah, Drask, it would be deeply funny if Tiago turned out to be another amnesiac cop. I feel like probably his story is more or less what it seems to be, but that would be very funny indeed. All right, well, let's have a look at a couple of the other things in here while Tiago hangs out up there. I mean, he's also, I guess, hanging up there in a literal sense. Mesk Banger's silk scarf. I mean, I guess this was probably his, but +1 to pain threshold, bangers don't cry. This huge red scarf is still dusty from lying in the church. Subtle red on red embroidery embellishes it with cocky roosters and Mesk floral motifs. I mean, the bow knot giving us +2 to drama is actually doing us a fair bit of good, but if we need some pain threshold in the future, it'll be nice to have. Orb. Frost has drawn flowers on the glass, obscuring the view. A cracked pane of glass. Colorful. My favorite kind of pane of glass, honestly. Do love me some stained glass. A spider has spun its web around this wood-carved pillar. What do we got here? Mesk Banger's red brogues. I mean, I guess, thanks Tiago for the fit. +1 empathy in someone else's shoes. These dapper snakeskin shoes have an almost invisible white-on-white flower motif sewn on the tongue. The toe caps are still dusty from lying in the church. +1 empathy, not bad. These gives us composure, but takes away savoir-faire. I mean, we do already have a fair bit of empathy, even with the -1, but it'd be good to have them if we need them. Maybe some real. Nice. All right. Let's see what else here. Orb. A portable Harman Washi tape recorder. Is it possible it's recording something? Someone's siphoning the electrical current from outside into this antenna. 2 decks of reel-to-reel tapes spinning on empty. It's interesting. I do want to actually speak to the person who set all this stuff up, if possible. But it seems like they might actually get along with the nightclub youths, presented correctly. Let's check out the computer real quick.
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
Yeah, I guess it could, Drask, end up with rival gangs of nightclubbers.
Another radio computer. And this time it's already turned on.
He seems cautious around the machine.
These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks. Alarm systems and the like. Let's be careful.
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
Yes, but this machine looks just like the one in the doomed commercial area.
It's also quite similar to the one we have down at the station. Must be the same model.
He inspects the machine's framework, careful not to touch anything.
The one you saw earlier was the Ream Civic. This is the Ream Prefect, a model number RC7024, equipped with a Fell mainframe and a Ream-compatible interim printer.
Dang. Sometimes we're good at this stuff. I mean, I guess it'd save if there's anything especially wrong with it, though it pains me to make Kim nervous. Hey, let me just investigate it. Step behind the computer.
You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed.
Well, let's start by looking inside the compartment.
Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March. Another filament memory. Press play to talk with the repeater.
Yeah. I wonder if there's anything, if we just hit print right now, that it would give us. Let's press print first.
Nothing happens.
That's what I figured. Okay. Well, let's try pressing play.
The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area.
Okay. That's interesting and not entirely surprising, but let's see. I looked inside the core, but the tape on the filament just said log February to March, Fortress accident like the one in the doomed commercial area. What are you, a machine, or are you alive? Thanks, but I'm finished with this call. Mini maker. Oh, man. Let's see. Is this the personal log? Let's just be business. I looked inside the core, but the tape on the filament just said log February to March. I feel like that's probably the personal log, but we don't have an option for being confident about it. But let's go on. I looked inside the core, but the tape on the filament just said log February to March.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer. Maybe he knows something.
Lieutenant nods towards Thiago. Yeah, let's see. I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt. Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
I mean, let's go ahead and just converse for a moment. Fortress accident like the one in the doomed commercial area?
I have two machines registered to this company name in Martinez. One on Saint-Brune, the other on Rue de Saint-Ghislaine.
Saint-Brune, that's the church. And Rue de Saint-Ghislaine? That's the doomed commercial area.
The lieutenant gestures around him.
Anything else I can help you with?
Thanks, but I'm finished with this call.
Goodbye, Fortress accident.
She says as her voice disappears into a whirl of static.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
This is a fascinating technology. Okay, let's poke around a bit, see what we can find, and then I guess before I move on from the church here, we'll probably spell the end of stream. I've been going for a minute, and it's getting on toward bedtime, but, you know, not immediately. Let's see what this hole has to tell us.
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad. A dark and radiant majesty.
I see the glowing lungs.
This is her innocence, Dolores Day.
Why did I get money for that?
Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel.
From our thought. Okay. Yeah. So kneel, no, or leave me alone, woman. Honestly, I feel like a brief episode of religious mania fits with our Harry, so let's kneel.
Your knees touch the floor. The floorboards are hard and cold. There you kneel among the snowdrifts, diffuse light falling on your hands from beyond the glass.
Look up.
The woman looks down at you kneeling. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips and a glint in her green-blue eye of what? Compassion? Remorse?
It's compassion, it's remorse, it's mourning, it's not possible to live. That's a bit of an escalation. I mean, okay, this is an interpretation thing, and I'm looking at this, image such as I can see it from the angle we're given. I could see any of the three, let's say, though, that we are being optimistic, and it is compassion.
As that soft word passes through your mind, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder.
Do the same as you get up.
Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times. Then you rise from your knees into the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass.
This is Dolores Day. Medium Encyclopedia. How do I know this is the mother of humanism? Visual calculus. Reconstruct the cracked glass. I think we can probably improve our chances at both these, Encyclopedia and Visual calculus. This is, I think, Drask, to your point, Doris Day, that this is a multifaceted pun. I think it is punning a little bit on Doris Day, and then also, the phrases like Agnus Dei, and this Dolores Day, being Dolor. I feel like they're doing a fair amount of punning in just 2 words. Oh right, yeah, Gloria Day as well. Yeah. This is Dolores Day.
The old woman in the village was right. This must be the Dolorian Church of Humanity in Martinez, or the small Pinewood Church in some records.
He looks around. You knew the place?
It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Revachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
He lowers his voice. What else do you know?
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Sept Sœurs, they call them. The 7 Sisters. Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the revolution or used for building materials.
Oh man, this being the last of 7 stave churches from 300 years ago, and in this condition, is so that's a thing. And I guess it's going to be a nightclub soon.
We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find anything connected to the lynching here. Something else, perhaps?
He looks around at the machinery lying around.
There it is again. A small pang of guilt. It's time to ask him what happened here.
I guess I must follow up here. Den, was indeed there a stave church turned into a skate park? Because that is both kind of funny and kind of rad. in terms of the fates of stave churches, I know of the church burnings around the beginnings of death metal in Scandinavia. I'm going to intrude. Do you know why it was abandoned?
I have a theory, yes. There was a police raid a while back. I heard the place was shot to pieces.
There's a pause, then he continues.
The old woman in the village was being tactful with us when she didn't mention it. She has more respect for the RCM than many around here.
Oh, okay, so not a stave church, but a church. I mean, you know, honestly rad. Abandoned buildings being turned into useful places. Who conducted this raid?
Well, your station was involved, I hear. Although I can't be sure.
How come the lieutenant isn't sure? Is this confidential information?
You're not sure?
3 precincts were involved in the raid, and people say Precinct 41 was one of them.
I remember being here, or I guess I could have been here. I mean, I don't remember being here, is the thing.
I am pretty sure it was a clandestine operation. I don't know anything more about it, why it was conducted, or who participated. I try not to pry into extra-district matters.
If I was here, I should find out what I was doing.
Good luck. You will not get information on a confidential operation from your station secretary just by calling. If you really don't remember, it might be better to keep this one forgotten. It happened a while ago. It's unimportant to our business in Martinez now.
Okay. Let us try and see if we can encyclopedia and then visual calculus this real quick. Okay. So, I don't think we have a ton that gives us encyclopedia, but we do have these glasses, which is nice. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for encyclopedia. Let's make sure we're not wearing anything that diminishes it. And let's see what the percentages are. And I mean, it's a white check, so we can try
The
and
mother
fail.
of humanism stands above you, a precious and complex wax painting on a single pane of glass. A crack runs across the length of her body, her face oval and sad.
This is one pane of glass? It's massive. Okay, 83 is a pretty high chance. So how did I know this was the mother of humanism?
Despite the damage you've done to yourself, the title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is her innocence, Dolores Day. The innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. Perhaps the most famous human being ever to have lived. No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still, and will haunt you forever, as it haunts all men.
Dang. That goes hard. So wait, what exactly is an innocence? I've heard of the system. Or, okay, when did she rule? Or what else do I know about her? Or I want more? Or was there something terrifying about her? Or to hell with this. I think we'll get an opportunity to say a few of these, so let's see what we can find out. Wait, what exactly is an innocence? I've heard of the system.
The highest category of historic individual, an embodiment of the world spirit.
A ruler? A tyrant? Let's go with a tyrant.
In a way, an innocence is elected to office by the founding party, a precedent that has taken place a mere 6 times in the entirety of history. The legal system of the Real Belt is built from the ground up to accommodate inauthentic rule should it coincide with our time.
Huh.
An innocence is infallible. The decisions made by one are not decisions. They are inevitabilities. What would have happened anyway? Only accelerated, packed into decades instead of centuries. An innocence is a continuous, compressed event, a sacred human being. It is an honor and a glory to live when one is in office.
A fascinating concept. Is one in office now?
No, we are alone.
Okay, when did she rule?
300 years ago, in the wake of the discovery of this Isola, the Insulindian, by explorers from the continent of Muindi. She is, among other things, The innocence of inter-isolary travel and the connected world.
Whew. What else do I know about her?
Many things. You know she was a woman of the court, the wife of an influential Marchese, and eventually the principal advisor to Irene la Navigateur, Queen of Suresnes, modern-day Sir La Clé. Also that she was gorgeous beyond beauty. Draped in ancient sadness. Are you sure you want to remember this bit of historic trivia? Standing under a long, slender form like this, dwarfed?
Where is this coming from?
The past. It's a silo of sadness, fermenting. You should keep away.
You know, Inland Empire, as much as I appreciate your contributions, I have been prone to ignoring them. Okay, what else? Was she smart?
Terribly. Women of the court were expected to play both contract bridge and chess sufficiently well to prove an interesting challenge to a man. A simple grasp in matters of philosophy, theology, and science was encouraged. She was, by all means, a kept woman. She made the most of her position in the antediluvian court, a court visited by the most prominent thinkers and artists of the day. In secret, she was becoming the era's preeminent philosopher of the state. A scalpel, a piercing gaze. She was an almost preternaturally magnetic and intelligent individual. To her contemporaries, she appeared out of time, a messenger from the future of the species. We all fell in love with her, head over heels. Even before she was declared an innocence, her influence was tremendous.
Fascinating. And yes, Drask, I can be relied upon to indulge my curiosity, if nothing else. How come?
It was on her advice that Irene la Navigateur sponsored a number of voyages into the Pale. A costly, often tragic endeavor, ultimately vindicated by the discovery of the new world, the piece of reality you're standing on. She was crowned 2 years after the first expedition returned, setting in motion what is widely considered the greatest era in history. The DeLorean era.
Wow.
Wow indeed. When her innocence was declared, and the queen she had advised for years fell on her knees before her, she was so overcome with emotion that her lungs started glowing in her chest.
That is a weird thing to happen as a result of being overcome with emotion.
Bystanders reported golden filaments lighting the already sunlit chamber around her, clearly visible beneath her dress.
And that is really evocative kind of metal imagery. Commentary on the burning heart, maybe, Drask. Emotion, radiation, what's the difference, Dan? I want more.
As did we all. The lands of the Mesk and the Occident, and even far away Supreme Windy, altogether 21 of the 40 Mundial nations of the time, immediately accepted Innocentic rule, even before her crowning.
Her crowning?
In a city called Advesperaskit, in Vesper Messina, her homeland, the name of the city means evening comes, but it happened on a winter's morning, with the canals frozen and slush falling out of the sky. She was dressed in a white and pearl dress, on an emptied-out plaza, with the crowd far away. Already, her Theriers, the secret servicemen of the Innocents, were worried about an assassination attempt.
She must have been beautiful, or I don't care how she looked. I don't care. It doesn't hurt me. She must have been beautiful.
Oh yes, she looked like humanity's young mother, a perfect mother, insultingly beautiful. It was as if her face and shoulders and hands were covered in a soft down of underfeathers. You know this well, very well.
That's a weird thing to say.
Midwinter snow was beating the cobblestones around her. A small attaché of officials stood by as her Theriers placed a white gold wreath on her head. The crowning was mostly witnessed by secret servicemen.
Well, then what?
One of the men in this secret service killed her 22 years later. a young man who had come to suspect that Dolores Day was not entirely human, but something else.
What?
Something that had walked in our midst, watching us stumble for hundreds, if not thousands of years, until it decided to interfere in the course of our history. We were supposed to come up with this ourselves. The man was reported to have screamed at the innocents. Dolores Day was shot in the chest with a fowling piece 8 times. The man, thought to be insane, said he once touched her and her body had been unnaturally warm, like a furnace, and that sometimes, while on duty, he observed her forgetting to breathe for over 10 minutes. This inhuman quality was witnessed by many others as well, glowing lungs and all. It is commonly attributed to mass hysteria and religious psychology.
There's something about that that's maybe giving Android? Was there something terrifying about her? Seems like an obvious question, but let's go ahead and pursue it.
Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory, or what remains of it. But terrifying, it's a simple word. She was bad for humanity, and you shouldn't have started thinking about her.
Inland Empire. When has that ever stopped me? No. Was there something bad about her? I want to know.
You already do. Although she is often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, there was something ominous about Dolores Day. Constantly surrounded by her terriers, she was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the instances. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal for the campaigns she waged against the Mesk state. And then there were the resettlement programs.
What happened?
The Mesk state tried to detach itself from Innocentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash from accelerating into secularism. Her mandatory education programs and mass resettlement of upstream Marguerite were problematic as well. Dissenters were suppressed by a military force she called the Army of Humanity, suggesting those who fight against it are not part of humanity.
Yeah.
She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb in icons such as this. She was also blonde, the blondest woman you have ever seen, with green eyes the color of the Pacentic, mare interregnum. Little is known of her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role, which was to introduce Dolores Day to court. In conclusion, yes, there is something lonely, paranoid, and even terrifying that people seldom mention, but feel when they think of her.
Lieutenant Yefrater, you've stood there for over 5 minutes.
Kim is the most impossibly patient person in the entire world. The lieutenant's calm voice echoes in the cold air of the church.
What are you thinking of, if I may ask?
She's somehow connected to the case, or glowing lungs, that's fucked up, or nothing, just looking around, or she's beautiful, or she's not human, or yell, war criminal! I think glowing lungs, that's fucked up, might be the most amusing thing that we could say. I don't think she's somehow connected to the case, honestly. I would be surprised if that turned out to be the, way things stand when we learn more. Let's go with she's not human and see what that provokes in Kim. She's not human.
Okay.
He takes his glasses off to clean them. Then after a while, he says, yes, Egghead did mention glowing lungs. They're on his belt buckle.
This church, the coast in general, we shouldn't linger here. This isn't a good place to get lost in. We should conclude our business and move on.
Kim is not having any of our bullshit about this. Okay, let's try visual calculus and call it from there. One of these days I'm going to start remembering which of these pieces of equipment does what, but today is not that day. Okay, our visual calculus is currently a +1, so I guess that's just about all we've got.
The mother of humanism stands above you.
All
A
right,
precious
even
and
chance.
complex
Let's see.
wax painting
Reconstruct the
on a
cracked
single pane
glass.
of glass. A crack, the shards glimmer in the dark. You see little pearls of light on the edges of the crack that splits the female figure. Something was written there. Remains of broken letters line the emulsion. What it said, you do not know.
All right. We'll come back next time we up visual calculus. All right, I believe this to be most things we can do, though let's ask Tiago about the password before we call it a day.
Oh, hey, wait. There's coffee in the back. Oh, wait. I meant the mother's love.
Thanks, Tiago. Have you by any chance heard the viejita say the password to a radio computer?
Too many times, essay. You need it for something.
Yeah, Drask coffee equals love does seem to be what Tiago's saying here.
Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information, especially in the name of public safety.
Why are you doing that, Drama? See, I'm doing a survey of passwords and passcodes identifying regional trends in the interest of public safety, of course, or just tell me what's the password, step closer, or yes, it's for a first-degree murder investigation in Martinez, or honestly, I just want to break into the radio computer and see what's on it. And I can use Drama's suggestion here, which is usually my inclination when I get something from having a skill, but I also just like, yes, it's for a first-degree murder investigation in Martinez, although I guess that might make him think that his churchmate is maybe in trouble. Let's try the survey. I'm doing a survey of passwords and passcodes, identifying regional trends in the interests of public safety, of course. I think he probably won't believe us, but that could be entertaining too.
Don't sweat it, vato. The password is afterlife death.
That was easy.
What you think of that? Makes me almost pity la niñita pequeña when I hear it.
Oh. Yeah, okay then, thanks.
I think we're done here, essay.
The figure crawls off into the darkness above.
That was an interesting conversation.
Yeah, true.
However, I'm still not sure how it's relevant to our investigation.
We have to discover that, Kim, together. Okay. We have a password to the radio computer, so let's have a look at that, and then that will be sort of the closing of our stream today, I think.
Hey, Innocence Dolores Day liked little figurines, right? Liked holding little men between her fingers, remember?
I do remember that. What?
You have the headless Falcon Rider figurine. You should give it to her. Win her back.
Yeah, Dan, that's true. True, we were talking about minis here. What? Win who back? I can't win her back. She's a long dead historical figure. Or I should. Yes, this is a task of mine now. Let's ask. What? Win who back? I can't win her back. She's a long dead historical figure.
Don't be so pessimistic. Love doesn't die that easily. This isn't funny. You have a bad feeling about this one.
Inland Empire, I do seem to have a lot of bad feelings about a lot of things. You know what? I am not in the business of saying no to tasks most of the time, so I should. Yes, this is a task of mine now.
So very, very, very nifty. Nifty and mysterious. This is surely what the figurines are for.
Thank you, Reaction Speed, for that. Offer figurines to Dolores Day. Oh, you should offer any and all you have one day if you meet her in person. Let's see if we can collect some more miniatures and also ones that are not broken. Okay, let's check out the radio computer again.
The machine's keyboard is the speaker
Play.
comes to life.
Good afternoon. Votre accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
Let's try this again. I think I may have the right password for the personal log.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Afterlife death.
Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please votre sprint to access the filament. Votre accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Thanks, but I'm finished with this call.
Goodbye, votre accident.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
Let's press print.
The printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal.
Let's read the printout.
The first entry, made on the 4th of February, 51, by an unknown author, is short and concise. Arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in. The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while.
So we can ask if he thinks the log might be connected to the case, which I don't think he does. So let's just go ahead and read the second entry.
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity.
Read the third entry.
7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking ESCA series, something advanced.
Why would she need an antenna?
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
He steps on a wire running on the ground, inspecting it with his boot. Read the fourth entry.
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up. Called Simo for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers. But at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked.
Yeah.
I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right.
Yeah, Drask catching more strays riders over here. A data loss.
Seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about them to understand what the author is saying. Something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep reading.
He adjusts his glasses. Artists, programmers, Lexi, who are all these people?
I think these people worked in the radio computer games business. The one we saw in the Doom commercial area. They must be our former co-workers.
Read the fifth entry.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder.
He strokes his chin.
Keep reading. I'm interested now. I want to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here in the first place.
Read the sixth entry.
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound. Need to get some mics.
Is she talking about?
The lieutenant looks to his right towards the silence. Read the seventh entry.
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the swallow is real, and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence, with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here.
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
But what could it be? Look at the water basins behind you.
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in them. No ripples.
Read the 8th entry.
March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again.
Neo-disco.
Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. Good. I don't want anyone distracting me from my work.
She must be describing a cell.
The girl on the ice? Sounds like her, yes.
Read the 9th entry.
March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse. How Martinez of her.
That's me. I was the one who broke into that radio computer. And the storekeeper must be Plaisance.
I knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle with that machine.
No. It was a great idea. You're learning things. This is how you learn things about machines.
You know, interfacing, I think I like you. Read the 10th entry.
March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Crackers. Ping energy drinks. Water. Toothpaste. Gum. Also, some canned air.
Psst. Someone's coming.
Oh. Cool.
A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
Suna, the programmer.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
She glares at you as she holds down the off button for several seconds. The machine reboots.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
We're here on a side case representing certain music venue organizers, or we're not just breaking in. I'm pursuing a mysterious lead searching for my lost identity. I feel like that's probably less antagonistic. And equally true. So, we're not just breaking in. I'm pursuing a mysterious lead searching for my lost identity.
You won't find any answers from here.
She barely looks up from the keyboard. You hear the machine whir back to life.
It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
I don't think I've destroyed anything.
We should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine.
I think that Kim is correct. I'll go ahead and put away my flashlight so that I do not continually shine it in her eyes as we have this conversation, but we will also have this conversation next time. Because it is about time that I wrap up and get ready for bed. I appreciate everybody who has joined me this evening for joining me. I will momentarily play us out a bit with the screen here to back me up. But this is always a ton of fun. I'm having a great time getting further and further through this game. And I always love it when people, tune in and have a good time with us. So hopefully the next one won't be too long from now. I look forward to hopefully seeing everybody and more. Don't worry if you do miss something, the VODs go up. But thanks. This is always a lot of fun when folks tune in, and when they don't, but especially when they do. So till next time, have a little bit of the OST, and then see you later.